Hey, what's up, guys? Wow, is it that time again? Holy cow, man. I feel like I barely caught my breath, and we're already live. Oh, my lordy, lordy, lordy. All right, hold on. So let me pop this out into this browser. We're going to hit save image. All right, so I can see Mike's site's on, but I'll go ahead and upload this default thumbnail just to be safe, because I forgot to do that before hitting the live button. Okay, we'll hit save on that. Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? We're setting up for the evening stream for Thursday. Sometimes these are very busy streams because people know they're getting their paycheck tomorrow. Just watched your short. You're not alone anymore. You have us. What? That's true, actually. I feel like I get my fair share of social interaction right here. So let's go ahead and say new Gastly break. Oh, yeah. New Mickey Mouse break. Oh, yeah. Hot Nidoking break. Nidoking's always been hot. I think that's good enough. We'll probably finish that giveaway off tonight. I'm not going to announce that, but we're going to do that anyways. So some new breaks reaching the table. Mickey Mouse and Gastly. Mickey Mouse is only a $20 break, so you don't have to go in there real deep. Updated the OP14 picture. Nice. Oops. I should ask her, how much do I owe you? All right, so... We're going to trash all this. Item received at the PSA vault. Damn, bro. All of my cards go to the PSA vault now. Can I see my PSA vault from here? I want to see it from the computer. How do I see it from the computer? I know how to look at it on my cell phone. Here it is. Collection and vault. Is that right? They need to be able to like sort the cards in your vault better than they currently do. I'm sure that kind of functionality will come in the future. I think what PSA is doing with their vault's a big deal. I think all the other grading companies have to do this. Like eventually there's going to have to be a CGC vault that integrates with eBay as well. If they don't do it, PSA is just going to run away with the monopoly on card grading. It's too useful. Happy even closer to Friday to all. Mister, where's the sandals break? What? I can't sell my sandals, not my precious sandals. What are you talking about? Gotta be keeping those. So what did I just receive to my vault? Does it say in the emails? Black and white Registeel. Oh, I bought a Registeel. Registeel's cool, man. I like Registeel. I realized that the other day. He's just a cool looking Pokemon. I'm gonna pin this. Pin. All right, there we go. All right. So look at that Gastly. What do you guys think of that? You think that's nice? Let's go ahead and ping the Discord. Make sure the Discord has been pinged. I'm going to take my sobs out when I'm done buying. Just trying to save on taxes. Did they pay you out? Did they pay you out? Wait a second. My slab finally got unbricked. Yeah, so they did. Yes, they did pay me out. What they required me to do, I had to upload a picture of my driver's license, and I had to like scan my face a whole bunch, and then they gave me my payouts. I know what your question was. That's from an older question, an older thing we were talking about, where they were like holding back on all the payments. Yeah, so I kind of figured it was something simple like that. We're going live for Thursday evening. Okay. Good. That's a nice Gastly. It is actually a nice Gastly. That's correct. There we go. I think the price is pretty solid on it for what it is. You got to appreciate these old common cards from like Neo Destiny. They are not easy to grade. We've opened a lot of vintage packs together, and what we know is most of those common cards grade 9 because they have problems with centering, edges, corners, all this stuff. These cards were actually printed, 25 years ago, and so they just do not grade super easy. And Gastly in particular is a really popular one. He's a good one. But we can stop and take a look at his population too. And of course, he's going to have a really low population. I mean, especially when you think about him in terms of the population that common cards today could have. He's got a really, really low pop. Oop, did this come unplugged? No, okay, good. Scooby-Dooby-Dooby-Doo-Dooby-Dooby-Doo. All right, so let's take a look at Gastly. New Castlevania game. What? I gotta put all my slabs into the PSA vault, and then I gotta buy a house in Florida, like apparently Mark Zuckerberg has just done. And once I'm in Florida, at that point, I'll be prepared to sell off any of my good cards. Like, why would I want to? So, like, a guy made an offer on the Gold Star Gyarados. He wanted $110,000 for it. Why would I sell it for $110,000 while I still live in Missouri? I'll have to give up 5% to Missouri. So if I just buy a house in Florida, I can move over there and pay 0% taxes. So it doesn't make any sense. All right, check this out. Gastly is pop 146. I'm telling you, it's pretty low pop. That's pretty low pop, actually. Doobie 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 doo. Responding to this text message. Karis likes to talk to me even though she knows I'm busy working. Here we are. All right. She's lonely. There we go. God. You said earlier you were going to put me in giveaway. Which one was it? I ended up making food. Oh, yes. Did I not finish doing that? It's perfectly fine to get you in there. Let's see. So it doesn't look like I put you in there. I better put you in there. Yeah, you deserve to go in there, so let's get you in. So you're a new guy. You're not new to the stream, but you're a new customer, and we like to pop the new customers into the giveaways for free. So you go, Tyler, another Tyler, Tyler Furbert, kind of like Sherbert, but with fur. What happened to the Rocket Break? It's still going. 2 spots left. Rocket Break, 2 spots left. Okay, so it's really close. Now, that reminds me, what's another thing I need to do? Oh, right. I need to pin the website. So that's another job. So let me get the website pinned. The website. People have been using it. You don't have to use the website. You can buy cards the old style. You can send money through ZELLE. Speaking of ZELLE, there's a link to that. Not a link to that, but there's, I think my email address for ZELLE is in the YouTube live stream. So you can use ZELLE to buy anything here. We have 2 menus. We have the website menu, and then we have the YouTube live stream description menu. And they're in tune with each other. They're synchronized. So you can buy either way. You can use the website, which is the new way, or the old style where you just send money over PayPal or maybe ZELLE. Well, the cool thing about ZELLE is there's always a ZELLE giveaway because we use some of the savings from ZELLE to host a giveaway over there. Let's see if there's any new ZELLE guys to toss on here. Let's see. So if you've never thought about converting to ZELLE, you should consider it because it might get you into a nice giveaway. Is Matthew Rodriguez on here? Yeah, he is. Michael Pettiford, Edward Cornelio. Yeah, he's been on here. Yeah, he's here. So if we get any new guys, Sarah Dusenberry, Xadrian, people who pay with the ZELLE get to go into a bonus ZELLE giveaway. It's only for ZELLE. All right. Yeah, ZELLE is an interesting platform. It's the only platform that doesn't charge me a fee. So we use that extra money for giveaways. I think Captain Pikachu went off. Ooh, you know what? I didn't create a link for that, did I? I'm very bad at that sometimes. Have a little drink there. And now, let me go ahead. What do I need to do that? Probably what I need is this link right here. We're going to hit copy. We're going to head back to the Discord server. We're going to go to the Breaks channel, Breaks History. Boop. It looks like Miss Tammy just got it. All right, Tammy has the breaks. Cool. Thanks, Tammy. All right. So it is Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, the day before Friday, and we're having a good time. I got a little more Ascended Heroes in the mail. We have about 36 packs of Ascended Heroes. Seems to be really rare. I saw one of my competitors just completely sold out of them. So it's really interesting. It seems to be a set that you can't keep in stock. I've heard also that the price on the ETBs went up. So, yeah, that set's probably going to be popular for a long time. Pokemon will have to keep reprinting it. All the breaks have been moving a little bit, but the pack split is real close, just 2 spots. This is brand new, as you know. And over here, we have this jumbo pack break with 2 spots left in it. So that's the jumbo pack break. We also have the binder break. Here it is, looking real fat. And Miss Alexandra's in there. It's tough for me to be on stream. No problem, Miss Tammy. So we popped in some more cards into here. Here's some XY commons that'll look real good. A bunch of them, actually. How many is that? That's like a whole packet. That's a whole round of them. There's a vintage rare Electabuzz, some classic collections, Doduo, some more classic, and then you've seen these. These are really good. Toadscruel, Aaron, Houndoom. You've seen that already. So you got to decide if you feel like this is 40 bucks and if you want to take a risk on it. These are new. That's new. Let's see. What else is new? Anything else? Yeah, it looks like we added some back here, too. Charizard, Rayquaza, Roaring Moon, Hydreigon, this Kitty Cat Girl, which probably doesn't need to be in here because no one cares. Here's Kuromi. This is new. So this is a hit from some set from 2024. Some hollows, some hollows. All right, now I have a little more to put in there. So look how thick it's gotten. It's a pretty thick thing. Okay. I was lucky enough to get 2 Pokemon Center EDBs for Ascended Heroes. Ah, dude, that's great. Doing okay for now, haha. Just day off today. Nice. Buy the Team Rocket pack split, peeps. Just 2 more spots. How's the Nidoking sublist? It just started. It's the next round. It's round number 5 out of 10. So here's a Karuta Snivy. He's cute. Okay, Karuta Snivy. Here's a holographic Flareon, Hatrine or something. Here's one of those Ascended Heroes Charmanders. So this is a Charmander promo. Thought that would be pretty nice. A little filler card. Here's some more XY Evo cards. Lovely. People seem to like those. And a couple Simpson cards. These are just filler. But I mean, it all adds up. A little bit here, a little bit there. The bag's getting pretty fat now. Pretty unbearably fat, actually. But that Karuta card is pretty neat. Those are gradable with CGC, not PSA. PSA doesn't do them yet. But once upon a time, PSA used to not grade poker cards either. But then one day they did, and they were valuable. So, there we go. I was in Dallas a couple months ago near Grapevine and Taco. Now, I'm at a rave venue right now and do a lot of card conventions that allow me to nukes that's not far from me. There it is. Ooh. I've been to Dallas, Texas. Did you know that? I snuck off to Dallas, Texas for 2 days with Karis to analyze the area in case we were interested in moving there. So I spent 2 days in Dallas. It was more like a day and a half. Spent a day and a half overnight. Here we are. Lovely. All right. Well, let's get started, shall we? Let me make sure my emails are set up correctly. It was hot, man. We were in September. It was roasting. It was September, but it felt like the Missouri July. That's how hot it was. All right, here's Garrett. He says, 1 Ascended Heroes. Ooh, Ascended Heroes. 1 Upper Deck Halo Pack. Ooh, Halo Pack. Ooh. Scooby. I restocked the Halo Packs. I really like them. There we go. Haha. I have a bag, I think, mister, but it might be somewhere old. Somewhat old. All right, so you might have an older bag. Cool. You do great in Texas. So ultimately, we decided we would not move to Texas. Texas has a tax law where they tax your inventory if you do not sell through it in a year. So if you like store inventory for longer than a year, there's an inventory tax. So you have to read the fine print when you're trying to evade tax, not evade, but avoid taxes. So no reason to move over there. They'll tax all these cards I'm holding. I guess if I didn't volunteer that I have them, maybe I wouldn't pay them. But I think that's not legal. I think you have to report it in your tax filings, and then they tax that inventory. Here's Spiritomb. Just like New Hampshire. New Hampshire is a no-tax state, right? So you're like, ooh, yes, good. But then when you look into the details, actually, they have something called a business tax that other states don't have. So they have a specialty tax just for businesses. There you go. So I would get hit with that. The Hunter. Wow, he looks so cool. I love the Hunter. He's a really cool bad guy. So fun to fight. Great design. All right. Very nice. Very good. Oh, no, not an inventory tax. What's next? No inventory tax. No. Yeah. Look it up. I mean, it's true. Texas has something called an inventory tax. And so that would be very bad for me because I'm like a holding company. We don't just sell cards. What we really do is we're buying cards that we think are going up in price over time. That's what we really do. And so, oh man, this looks so cool. Look at that Team Rocket's Executor. That's so neat. All right. That's so weird that comes out of Ascended Heroes because it looks like it should come out of Glory of Team Rocket and Destined Rivals. All right, so Mr. Garrett, let's grab this. Ba-doobie-doobie, scooba-doo-boobie. This music's so clever. Garrett Nadal, Garrett. Here's Gestrin. Here's Gabrielle. Garrett Wixom. You don't even have a date on your bag. Wow, your bag can never expire. It has no date. So since your bag has no date, we're going to give it a brand new date. And it'll be for today. What did you have in there? Looks like you bought some Gem 2s. There's a penny. If you don't want these Gem 2 hollows, let me know. We'll trade them away, okay? They'll get a little better trade rate than other cards because I like the EVs, all right? So if you ever don't want those hollows, let me know. We do trades now, guys. Did you know that? We do lots of trades. All right. 2.26. All right, so your bag officially says 226. Almond. Back to you, Almond. Now, this guy can't really be 35, is he? That's such a pity, man. I ought to crack this and send this off to tag grading. I don't know. Maybe just leave it on the table. Excuse me. Next up, we got Carlos Chavez, Nikkei BTO 3 box. Woo! All right, let me go get a box of that. You opened one of those yesterday. Should I grab 2 of them, maybe? Let me grab 2 of them. Oops. No. All right, I'm back. Oh no, not tag grading. Oh no. Oh man. Let's put this in here. And did I mention? So if you're just joining our nighttime stream, our evening stream, look at that. We finally got it. Azure C7, OP14, everybody. That took a while. I got to fight this other guy to get my money back. The guy who never shipped it. Terrible. He's not responding to me. Hey, mister, whenever you use some time for that pre-grade from yesterday, is there any way I could be tagged or messaged as I'm super busy with work? Ah, we could do that right now. We could do that right now. You paid for it. We got to do it, okay? So let me open this for Carlos, and then we'll get your 20-card pre-grade done. All right, for Nathan Norman. So that is from yesterday's stream. That'll give people some time to decide what they might want to open tonight, or if they want to jump into any of the breaks, or if they want live customs, or if they want a Poke Shuffle. Ready? All right, let's snip this up. Snip. Nowadays, a pre-grade is pretty valuable because the cost of grading is going up, you know? And you kind of want to take a moment and make sure your cards are actually worth grading. I've got a pretty sharp eye, but not just that. A lot of experience grading cards with multiple companies, so I know what to look for. All right, there we go. Aha, cute lady. Here's Captain Pirate Girl. Tee. Scooby-Doo-Beep-Doo-Be-Doo. Here's a hollow. I have a gentleman trying to buy my top Sparkle cards away from me. I got, I think, 3 of them. I've got Blastoise, Cubone, and Charizard. Ooh. But, you know, it's weird. I feel like now's probably the worst time to sell them because we need to know if there's a Topps release later this year. If there isn't, that's fine. But if there is, those cards are going to be underpriced. So that's the thing. All right. I need at least one Oni-chan konnichiwa. Oni-chan konnichiwa! There you are. Do Scooby Buns. Whoa. Here's Oni-sama. Her name's Oni-sama. Wow, I can't believe how much I like the music from this game because I love the game so much. Here we are. I would love to make a game like Advanced Wars. Wouldn't it be nice? What if I sold all of my Pokemon cards, like every single one of them, until I extracted all of the cash I could out of them, and then I used that money to develop a video game? That'd be interesting. I mean, if the game was really successful, maybe it would earn more than the money I put into it, and then I could use my profits to just buy those cards back again. Whoa, look at them cheeks, bro. Is that real? Holy, dude. We got to get a zoom here. Whoa, holy, man. I just want to open cards, not get horny. What the fuck? I would play it. There we go. Yeah, that game was really fun. Here we are. Oh. What would your game be about? Well, I was saying that because I'm listening to the music from Advanced Wars, and, you know, they don't really make Advanced Wars anymore. It's kind of too bad. It's a pity. And it would be cool if we made it. I'm sure there's other people who have already thought to do that. Probably a lot of Advanced Wars clones. There we go. All right. Video game development's a pretty big risk. Imagine we did spend a lot of money developing a game, and then it launched and it did poorly, and I just lost all my money. All the money I worked for. But I guess if you succeed, you can become really wealthy. You know, you can get really, really rich. Who was training underleveled Pokemon? Who was really on Cinnabar Island? Mister, I'm here. Release the Ketchum files. Ketchum files. Well, he was trying to catch them all, apparently, and now we're going to have to grill Pam Bondi. Pam Bondi. We are. She's not looking so good trying to defend, I don't know, like, their actions with the Epstein files. She was getting grilled pretty hard. We are. Every time I saw her talking, it's like she was trying to go on the offense, but she wasn't doing it very smoothly. There goes Mr. Carlos. Thank you so much, Carlos. Oops. Shows you that the job of being in charge of stuff like that is being the best speaker, the orator, speech 100. There we go. You got to be able to go blah, blah, blah really well. But the Dow is up. That's why I'm saying the Dow is up like 50,000. What? Who cares? There's a sort of disconnect there. It's like, yeah, see this nuclear waste guy who did the seediest stuff, potentially the worst stuff you've ever heard of. He's basically real-life Voldemort. Well, you should forget about him because under Donald Trump, the Dow is up. Yeah, like we're all really relating to that. Like, oh, the Dow's up? Whew. I was about to be concerned, but then I realized that he was delivering value to the shareholders. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a very weak performance. Even if you don't care the outcome, you just look at it like a sport and go, ugh, that's not a touchdown. That clip is going to be timeless. Yeah, she was tripping over her words. What does she even mean by 50,000? Like, I don't think I understood it really when I heard her say it. I was like, what does that mean? But you know how the American people are. We all care about the Dow Jones and not about them correctly handling, the Epstein files. Mr. Tyler, Waifu Shuffle. No, that was bad news. Bad performance. She's probably in trouble tonight, or has been in trouble. She's gonna get fired, bro. I don't know if you would fire her. Maybe you would. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you just ordered one. Let's see if you get lucky. Boom. No luck. All right, you get one girl card. She's grasping for straws. Yeah. Well, Trump was doing this too, actually. So it's not just her. It's just his response. He would be asked about the Epstein files, and he would say, who even cares about that? Look at all the good stuff we're doing. And it's like, we care. we do. And it sounds an awful lot like you're trying to pull attention away from that, and that's not a good look. So it's kind of backfiring on him. Major backfire. So, you know, being a politician means being good at politics, and I don't think that this has been his best political move in his career. My opinion is unless more people get charged, then it is all fake. They've had the Epstein files for a while now, right? How do I reach these kids? What about the children? That clip's going to be timeless. Let me have a sip. She tries to do like a tough guy thing where she's ready with like a takedown. So whoever criticizes her, she's gonna turn it back on you and take you down. But she could have just been polite or something, and I think it actually would have worked better this time. She's coming off as a bit too defensive. Tifa, yeah, well, you pick your nose and rub it under the table or something. Yeah, well, you leave the toilet seat up. You know, so it was not looking too good. All right, let me go ahead and take a picture of the. Let's see. Do. This is the bad guy music. All right, we'll hit play. Very good. So that is a picture of these beautiful cards. She's the one on the playground who responds to Yo Mama jokes with, well, Yo Mama. Maybe. Here we are. She might be the one on the playground who responds with, well, the Dow Jones is up. Oh, I didn't know that. Thanks. If you should have started with that. All right. So here we are on this fine night, this Thursday night. I know how much you guys like it when a break finally goes off. So Mai Tai suggests jumping in here. This is a $39 pack split. The way it works, everybody gets one card from the pack, so it's a lot of fun. Sometimes the breaks are one person sweeps and takes the whole booster pack, but in this case, you all get one card. It's a Team Rocket pack. I love the Team Rocket packs. In fact, when this is over, I don't even know what to offer afterwards. It should probably just be another Rocket pack. But Rocket packs, you know, they got a chance for Dark Charmeleon, you got a chance for Charmander, you got a chance for Dark Charizard non-holo if it's a light pack. If by some chance it's a heavy pack, we might as well just, well, if it gets a 10, it's going to be really expensive. So there's massive potential in this booster pack, and that's why it's one of the best ones to open. I was looking for value for you guys because we almost did Jungle, and I was like, no, we're not doing that. But let's see, PSA 10, Dark Charmeleon. He's surprisingly expensive. He's probably like $400 right now. Let me see. So we want the cheapest one. Excuse me. So that's Japanese. Oh my God. So the cheapest Dark Charmeleon right now is $750. Wowzers. That is just unbelievably expensive. That's why I don't sell mine. $750. Now, those are the Japanese 10s at $400 and $450. But there's the English 10. Oh, those aren't even, no, those aren't even the standard Japanese one. Those are the web Dark Charmeleons. Oh, so wait, how much is the Japanese one? Is there one for sale? Oh, wait, they don't even have one. Oh, man, there's not even a Japanese Dark Charmeleon for sale at all. So that shows you how crazy this pack can be. It's not exactly all about the rare spot. It's about some of the uncommons, too. Let's sort this by last sold, maybe. Ended recently. All right. Yeah, look at this. On February 4th, it looks like this guy sold for $700. Pretty good. Here's a Japanese one that sold for $300 though. So he'll be a bit cheaper in Japanese. But the one that sold for $700 is first edition. So yeah, their price definitely fluctuates. That's pretty interesting though, huh? Man, they got freaking so much advertisement on the eBay app. It's crazy. Pull another Error Dark Dragonite. Yeah, I suppose there's probably a chance for that. Error Dragonite. I'd love to pull that. Even the PSA 9s are worth it now. Did you see the Gold Star Charizard sold for 100K? What? Where? Where did he sell for 100K? That matters to me. What? Somebody's out there buying up the Gold Stars, guys. Wait, maybe I can find it from Instagram. Stop. How do I go to this? Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to find them. Gold, Star, Charizard. Okay, somebody is in the Rockets pack split right now, guys. Oh, the Rocket pack split is done. I just received 2 orders for the Rocket pack split. It is done. Do not try to jump into it anymore. It is filled. So I don't know what you're talking about. I can't find them. It must have been on another website. All right. Where did you hear that he sold for 100,000? Did I make it? Let's take a quick look. So Kenny Vargas made it in, and the other person, it looks like it's Andrew Martin, but let me hit refresh on the website too. Mr. Tyler, so that's not it. And we'll hit refresh on this. Instagram. Okay. Who's reporting it? Who's reporting that it's sold? And what platform did it sell on? So here's Miss Candy Vargas going in. Candy, how are you today, Candy? All right. The second order is for our... Now, Candy, are you on the ZELLE giveaway? So you're using ZELLE. So the way the ZELLE giveaway works, we're going to just keep running it. Every time it ends, we're just going to run it again. Okay. So there you are. And Andrew Martin, Ricky Martin. 1 rocket spot and $61 to slab away. Andyman's on here. So there you are, Andyman. Okay. Top chat. Oh, yeah, I'm always on top chat. I like top chat because if we get like a troll, I actually cannot see their posts. Let's see, but I'll jump over here. Why not? I'm good, mister. How are you? I'm all right. Can I enter the ZELLE giveaway? Absolutely. And so what you'll want to do is when you do make purchases, use that ZELLE order, and each time I bring out another free slab, you'll be entered into that as well. So let me jump you up here into the pack split. Now we're faced with the problem. What's the next pack split? What should we do? Maybe it should be like a XY era pack because those are expensive enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're at 10. Okay, so we only have room for 1 more person. Did you end up walking? No, I did not end up walking. I just sat down with Karis and relaxed. We had a little lunch. So, 61 to slab away. It was actually chillier outside than we realized. So what we did was we sat on our porch and just kind of talked about how nice, we literally talked about how nice it is out here. You know, it's weird. We didn't like Lake of the Ozarks for a while because it's kind of quiet. There's not too many people out here, and there's not as many places to go, like outlet malls, big shopping malls indoor. Not as many restaurants, which is kind of a letdown. But it's like we're just looking over the water, and it's just like, oh my God, this is way too nice, right? It's really nice. You appreciate some things too. Yeah, every time we travel away from our home, when we come back, we go, wow, this is freaking awesome, dude. So when we get back, we're like, this is so quiet and peaceful and no traffic. You have $749 remaining. All right. Boop. Here's a fun fact about the music from the game Advanced Wars, which we're listening to right now. The guy who wrote this music is also the guy who wrote the music for Paper Mario. All right, so the pack split's ready to go. 8, 9, 10. Oh, wait a second. Oh, yeah, we got to write the other guy's name down. Here it is, Andrew Martin. I was going to say 10. We need 11. We didn't write his name down yet. There it is. Nine, 10, 11. Good. All right, enjoy, everybody. But what break should we host next? Good question. Set this here. Move those out of the way. All right, definitely sold for 100K. Watch out for Eileen Ulich. Eileen Ulich, who's that? Good luck, everyone. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. There we go. Oh, yeah. William Wafter, good luck, trainers. Okay. Oh my God. I see. It's one of those chick names, huh? Like Ben Dover. Team Rocket Grunt about to snipe. All right, give me a number. Team Rocket Grunt about to snipe. The way PSA 10 prices compound is actually insane. It can't keep going vertical like that forever, though. There we go. At some point, it has to just match people's income and inflation. But right now, what's going on is the hobby's expanding. That's why the prices are going vertical so fast. So the hobby's expanding. More people are joining. People with big bucks are joining. And that's pushing prices up real hard. People are believing in the long-term value of card investments. And so they're going, all right, I'll do it. It's scary to put 100,000 down. It is. Oh, yeah, this is feeling real clean. Awesome. Hopefully a heavy pack, guys. So somebody's getting a sleek card. Okay, little Rocket Giovanni. You can go right over here. Are you ready for your destiny? So the first 4 cards, for their 3 cards in the back, are the uncommons, and they hold a chance for that Dark Charmeleon that I was just showing you. They're a big deal. So Candy Vargas, you're going to have a shot at it. Good luck. Okay. What do we got? Oh my God, that's cool. Dark Golduck. Look at that, guys. Now, I swear to God, this card is probably still like $200 as a 10. If you go look it up right now, it's probably like $200 or like $150 or something. But it has to get a 10. That's the hard part. You got to get a 10. So it's like a double jeopardy, double gamble. You don't know if your cards, you don't know what you're going to pull. You don't know what the condition of the card's going to be either. Kenny Vargas, did we just recently ship to you? We must have shipped to you. Okay, so we'll get you a new bag. I kind of vaguely remember shipping to you. So I'm going to go ahead and top load this one just because it's vintage. It really doesn't need this top loader, but here's the reason it's getting it. I'll tell you why. You have nothing in your bag, so we can't have such a thin bag and a nice card in it. We got to put in a top loader in this case. Your bag's too thin. Normally, if you have a brick of cards in your bag, the brick provides the stability. All right. Mister, can you use a card saver for my Mewtwo? You can always buy a card saver for $1. So you can send $1 and I'll top load anything. But the reason we do that is so that people don't request a top loader for everything. There we go, because they're not free. They stack up. There we go. In the past, you were not even allowed to ask for a top loader because we don't top load anything. Now, if you're talking about an actual card saver, like an actual semi-rigid, because card saver is a brand, right? Now, if you're talking about this guy right here, this will not fit into your bag at all. So we don't do that at all. There we go. All right. So next up, we have Mr. Edgar. Okay, he's got a couple spots in here. Ah, darn, dude. Potion Energy. Definitely not a top pull. That sucks, man. All right. That's all right. It happens. Okay, he's been a busy bee. Let's find his bag. Man, we need another spot for this. Here's Eric Rodriguez. Where do we keep you? I don't remember where we keep him. We are running out of room, though. I'll tell you that. We are. So he's got 2 top loaders in here. Let's put everything between the top loaders. He's got 3 top loaders in here. All right. Edgar likes the vintage stuff. That's very cool, Mr. Edgar. I like it, too. That'd be my favorite product. Here's Team Rocket Grunt. All right, so you're not going to get the rare Team Rocket Grunt, but this could be Dark Charmeleon if you're lucky. Hey, do me a favor, guys. I see we only have 17 likes. I love it when our likes are about half the viewers. So we need about 30 to get to half. So take a second and smash that like button. Do it for Team Rocket Grunt. I'm at the edge of my seat. Okay, you ready? Here goes. By the way, my impression on this is it looks like a light pack. Ah! Honestly, I think it's better than the Potion Energy. So I think that this is better. Imposter Professor Oak. At least it's got Gengar on it, right? So that's kind of cool. All right. So you did not pull the rare. You did not pull Dark Charmeleon. He's not in our pack. He's not in every pack, obviously. Like, there's a reason why they're expensive and there's not a trillion of them out there. But it's just surprising how much that Dark Charmeleon goes for. There you go. All right. Imposter Professor Oak. Now, we're hoping for a good rare. We're hoping for good commons. Who's got it? Mr. Chad! Were you clenching, Chad? I think he said he was clenching. So whether this is a hollow or not, and to me it's looking like a non-hollow because it's too flat. But look how clean of a non-hollow it is. Do you guys see how clean that looks? Might have a shot at a 10. Now, whether that's holographic or not, it could always be Charizard. Right? Because there's non-hollow Charizard in here. Now, here's Mr. Jaded Hasenberg. Mr. Jaded, spending a little on the channel lately. Thank you, Jaded. Let's see what you get. The rest of you guys are getting commons. Ooh, that has a little thing down there. That sucks. Aw, Slowpoke. Nice. Ha ha ha. Oh, I can release. Yes, now you're going to be staring at the screen until the very end because you don't know what that rare is. The rare could be really bad. It could be like a trainer card. It could be the Rainbow Energy. The reason those are bad is because if it's a non-hollow card, then you really don't want those trainers. They don't do well as non-hollows. I mean, only the Rainbow Energy does well as a hollow, in my opinion, because it's so hard to grade that there's fewer of them as a 10. My brother bought a light pack from you years ago. You said probably keep it sealed. Had you open it and you pulled the Dark Chameleon or Charizard non-hollow? I don't know if you remember that. You might. That sounds like something that we would have done, but I can't remember every single moment we had. But if that's not a clip, if you can find that moment in our live stream, we can turn it into a clip. Mr. Burwar. So he asked me to grade this card instead of his Dunsparce. How's it look? Oh, it's not too bad, actually. Okay, good. So now we just need this to be Charmander. Oh, but it's Dark Machop. To be honest, Mr. Barwar, that's not a bad Machop. So you might be doing better. Here it is, Barwar. So he said he would like to trade this out with the Rocket card. Yeah, look at that, guys. This is actually pretty clean. That's weirdly lucky. Too bad it wasn't Charmander, though. Okay, Barwar. You're going to have a bag, of course, because we have to put that Dunsparce somewhere. Back to clenching a little bit. Yeah, back to clenching. Better get to it. Better hop to it. So Barwar also only has one card. So he's just going to get a little top loader only for that reason. Not because I think the Dunsparce is like a $200 card, but because I'll put him in here to be nice. Barwar. All right, there you go. Yeah, long last name. That must be a lot of fun when you're signing for something. Now we'd like you to type your full name out here. Okay, what do we got here? We've got Miss Savaduzelbaby. She's got kind of a long name. Okay, wow, these are real clean. Oh! How does she do it? Oh, well, she's always pulling such good cards. Miss Sarah. Okay, Sarah, let's go find her bag. One Charmander, one spot away. Crazy, dude. Oh, man, that's so hard to reach. Oh. Whew. All right, here we are. Savaduzelbaby. One Charmander. That's great. Oh, what? She pulled it twice? She pulled it last time? How? Oh my gosh, Sarah Dusenberry sniping 2 Charmanders. That's so insanely lucky, I don't even know what to say. Can we put them together in here? I don't even know what to say. Double Charmander? What the fuck? What in the copy paste? That's right. Wow, that's about as good as it can get if you're pulling a hollow, or if you're pulling a common. Another Charmander? Jesus. All right. Wow. Now, we're looking for a Squirtle. We're looking for Dratini. William Wafter. Well, Mr. William, you're going to pull Psyduck. Oh, Psyduck's also good. And Eevee. Okay, it's all good, guys. The whole set's good. There's nothing in the set that's even slightly bad. The whole set's good. That's crazy, man. You got Psyduck in this set. You got Eevee in this set. You got Squirtle in this set. You got Charmander in this set. You got Dratini, who's probably more like B tier, but, I mean, he's a great card anyways. Slowpoke's in here. He's hardcore. He's a good card. Andrew Martin. All right, Andrew, now you get to pull a common card. And it's going to be Ekans. Ah, all right. Ekans is okay. Ekans is Ekans. Let's go find a bag for you. Austin, Arjun, Apple. You're not in this box. Where will I find your box? Will it be way over here? Last sold Imposter Oak was $160. Yeah, exactly. Like, you can still make your money back. You just have to get a 10. That's actually how it works. That's why I was saying I feel like these packs are a little undervalued. They feel undervalued. Like, shouldn't you guys cost more by now? Here's Edgar Gonzalez. Okay, Edgar's still going. What we got for you, Edgar? He's going to pick up Abra, and that would mean this one's also you. Yes, it is. So you've got Sleep. Sleep's cool. It's got a Snorlax on it. All right. Abra and Sleep. There we have it, guys. Now we can flip over the last card and see what he pulled. All right, nothing too crazy on this round. But you know what? You got the Dunsparce from the last round. We'll go ahead and slide these in here. Mr. Chad, what did you pull? Ooh, that was really loud. I think Karis is running with the cat. All right. So whatever you pulled, it looks like it's going to have a little white dot down here. Dark Golbat. Well, I mean, it's not a trainer, so let's put him here. It's a Dark Golbat pack, guys. A lot of fun there. What do you think the best pull was, everybody? Let's see. Mr. Chad. Let's grab this. I like Dark Golbat. I like him so much that I helped us drill a hole in one. Remember that? Who remembers the drilled Golbat? Back then, he was really cheap. He's probably like a $1,000 card now as a 10. Show that card off sometime. We haven't drilled any serious cards in a long time. All right. What that mouth do, Golbat? That's done. What booster pack do we break next? Maybe one of these expensive packs, huh? I could do one of these. One of those. We've been doing some pricey, exotic vintage. Let's do an Ancient Origins. It's a lot cheaper. There we go. It's got 10 spots in it, and so I think it's $24 per spot. What's that noise? Something going by. Black and white era. I do have black and white. What's it called? Dragon something. So we could definitely do that sometime. Of course, I think the Rocket's a little more fun than that. So you guys remember Ancient Origin? We just hosted an Ancient Origin box break. Well, these are expensive enough to do a pack split on. Ooh. Ancient Origins, new pack split. And under breaks history, I think we have to mention the booster pack now. Tammy's already done it. Okay. All right, cool. Bleh. Woo! All right. That's exciting. Next order is Alan Doan. He says, 1 box Japanese Battle Partners. Let me go grab him a whole box of Battle Partners. I'll be right back. Such a fun set. All right, here we are. Ooh. Ah. Well, look at how it changes the color of the screen. That's not right. So, Alan. I need to sit down with AI and work on trying to change those settings. If it was a 1935. Yes. This guy right here. 1935 Mickey Mouse. Cool. All right. The price of that Ancient Origins pack, that's what the price of like pack splits used to cost. That's what a pack split used to feel like. 24 bucks. It wasn't no like $67. It was so much cheaper back then. You could get in. It was like the cost of a pizza, you know? It didn't cost a mortgage to get in. Crazy times we live in, guys. That Mickey Mouse is beautiful. I need it. It is available for purchase. It would not be 140. It would actually be 120 if you want to buy it outright. So there you go. Or you can just take one $20 spot and hope that you pull it for 20 bucks. All right. Mr. Allen, Japanese Battle Partners. Good luck. Really not that hard to fix the color change. You can't say that. It's actually very difficult. It's actually really complicated. Stimulus. There's Quip's Haunter on the right-hand side of the table. She hand drew that. She's just been hired. She's got a little commission job to draw a Gengar now. She was hired for the same price, $150 to draw a Gengar. And I don't know how fast she can get that done. She's got a lot of work. She's releasing like a software update for the company she's working with. And she's like the lead software updater for that project right now, I guess. So it's a big job. So she could be working all night. I'm not going to get to see her. She got me working all night. She starts, so she got off work at 5, and you know what time she goes back to work? 7. And she's probably just going to be working until 10. So there you go, guys. You ever want a job that pays well? Well, they don't let you have any free time. They're like, well, you're going to have to work like 60 hours a week if you want that money. Here's Reshiram. Can I slap away them shoes? No, I got to keep those. That'd be funny, though, if they sold an auction or something for a lot of money. That'd be really funny. I'd feel sort of like, you know, I'd get to talk about what an interesting story they were. I think if I were to try and sell them, that it would be better to put them in a proper display case first. There it is. What? Alan Doan just casually pulling Whale Lord and Salamence alt like it was easy. Wow, this set's so good. I can't believe people hate on this set. It's a lot of fun. What are you talking about? It's a great set. That means you can work all night. That's true. But I don't necessarily have to just work on the stream. I can turn the stream off and work on other things like submissions. Did you guys see I got that tag submission done? Here's this guy. Here's Lackenrock. Have you seen the picture of the girl holding the Pikachu drawing and she has huge, beautiful jugs? What are you talking about? There's a lot of that out there. There's I remember seeing some eBay listings, and in the eBay listings they have like this channel that has a style, and it's like a girl wearing like a lacy bra, and she has, you know, obviously large boobs, and she holds the cards up near like between her boobs or whatever. There was a guy selling, or a girl, I guess, selling cards that way. And I don't know if they're still doing that, maybe not, but or maybe eBay banned it for being vulgar, I don't know. But it was really funny because all their listings were the same way. Here we are. Uma Musume from Weiss comes out tomorrow. That's the Horse Girl game everyone was going crazy about. The Horse Girl game. Here we are. Whoa, Gengar, I can't wait to see that one. She's done a Gengar before. She did a Gengar bobbing apples for like Halloween or something, I think, at like a Halloween party. I can't remember the exact details of it. That one sold for $100 back in the day. Oh, look at this. Zoruba. 110 positive feedback. I know. Whoa, those are some really nice Pokemon cards. We really are just suckers for like boobs, basically, huh? I mean, we have to be. Imagine if the human race didn't have that. We'd probably... think about it. It's an evolutionary mechanism to make sure that we have babies. If humans didn't get turned on by looking at each other or some other system like that, you would have no reason to breed. Mr. Allen just posted it on general chat. Okay, let's see this. I don't know if it's friendly enough for the stream. Oh. Wow, she's a real artist. That's funny as hell, dude. All right, very good. I'll let you guys look at that in the Discord server. I want to toss this. I don't want water. I want milk. All right, Homelander, chill. All right, here's a cold one. Here's a cold one. Here's a cold one. And here's, I kind of knew these had to be cold because look, you got an SR and an SIR and 3 ARs. The only thing left to pull would be holos or EXs, but you already pulled a decent number of the EXs too. So there had to be basically nothing left in those packs. Ba-doo, boo, ba-doo. The game you raced horse girls in. There we go. So here's some holos. If you ever want to get rid of those, you can trade them away to be in the trade slab. Ooh, 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 ooh. Very nice. All right, Alan. So I think you've got a box right over here. New Silent Hill and Castlevania. I heard about that Castle Silent Hill. I heard about that new Silent Hill. Has anyone played it? I was actually really surprised by that. Silent Hill, you're not talking about a video game. You're talking about a movie, right? So there's a new movie, Silent Hill. There we go. It's such a good title. Creepy as hell, dude. Silent Hill. And the Pyramid Head guy, clever. All right, we're doing a little rotate on these beautiful slabs. You might be wanting to pick up a slab. That's Diamond, this is Diamond Pearl era Pachirisu. Oh, yeah. So this guy could use a reprice. Same with this guy. Doobie-doobie-doobie-doobie. Boo-ba-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. We do have an order from Team Rocky Grunt who says, would you take out my Dark Sylveons for a pre-grade on an Imposter Oak? In fact, I would. So I'll get you a full-on pre-grade for a Dark Sylveon. All right. So, Team Rocket Grunt. Oh, you're not in the TR box. You're in the TE box. It's funny because I write your name down as TRG, but then I put you in the TE box. All right. So, there he is. Are there any other cards that could use a pre-grade in your bag? We'll do 3. All right, so you get 3 pre-grades for this trade. I'll toss this over here. And let's see what we got going on here. You ready? So Flying Pikachu, he'd be nice in a 10. Centering on the front doesn't look bad on this corner, but you can't actually interpret this corner. Let's flip it around. Now you look at the centering on the back. Centering on the back is a little shifted. It's thin on the right, but it's not too bad. Might be within the margins. And I wouldn't send this to BGS. This will fail edges with BGS. That edge right there. So that's going to cost this card to most likely be a 9. It's too bad because otherwise the card is fairly clean. All right. Would I test this card out? For $9.5, no. I'm pretty sure this is a 9. I'm sorry for, yeah, oh no, I said that right. With PSA's new pricing, I wouldn't test this out. I would call this a 9. Okay. Now we have Claydol. So Claydol's out right away. He's got centering problems between left and right that are too severe for a 10. So he's going to get a 9. He could be an 8 if there's further problems on the back of the card. So that could be lower than 9. Imposter Professor Oak. All right. So I immediately notice he's a slightly thinner on the top, but it's not a huge difference. And flip it around. All right. Actually, centering is not as bad on the back. He's just got weird corners maybe. So my eyes are immediately drawn to this lower corner here. So this appears to be a pretty clear white dot on the edge of the card, or the corner of the card. So we can also take a look at this corner. It's a little bit better. This corner has a tiny white dot on it. How do I get it to focus on this? This corner is pretty clean. So I'm going to put this guy into the category of being a 9. There it is. Thank you for the Sylveons. These cards are going to get 9s. Crazy how tough a 10 is, guys. Even when a card is close to a 10, it's more like a 10 minus. Did you already get a grade on this one? Let's take a look at your Lugia as well. Try to get you a 10 here. Let's see. So Lugia. Something about his corners don't feel right. Yeah, he feels weirdly centered. You know, the edge of the card is thinner than usual. Slightly thinner on the left side than the right side. It's very slight. not enough to make you lose a point. Let's turn it around. So what stands out to me about this card, you can see a swipe right here. It's almost like a rubber line rather than a cut. So there's a line going here, and then the edges of your card, all 4 edges are sticking up. So I call that a lip. And so you can see a lip on edge 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, I'm not 100% sure how PSA is treating lips today, because sometimes they let lips through. I know this as a fact. They sometimes let them through. But it seems lately PSA grades harsher, and I don't think they allow those lips on the cards anymore. Now, what I can tell you about tag grading is they absolutely do not allow the lips. This would be a tag 9. Probably this is a BGS 9 as well. So for safety, we're going to say 9 on this Lugia. It's most likely a 9. All right, that was 4 pre-grades. Thanks for the little cards there, Mr. Team Rocket Grunt. That's why, you know, when you're trading with me for your holographic cards, I'm pretty aware that they almost never grade 10. Like, I took this huge stack of cards from CS-Men. It was a big stack of Destin Rival Hollows. Paid for them. I actually traded him a good amount for it. And then I took them, I sat down, I went through all of them. Only like 4 of them looked like they had a shot out of a 10. So I sent all 4 to tag. Only 1 of them came back 10. The other 3 came back 9, which I then had to pay for that, which detracts from the profit from the one that did grade 10, right? And that was the Shaman, by the way. This one that we just put in the box a second ago. Let's see, is it still there? So this guy, he's the only one that manages to grade 10, but it shows you how severe it can be to grade anything 10. The cards are just cut so poorly. Let me have a sip of this. So I had to spend all that money to test them for 10s, and, you know, it's like, Shaman looks like it's going to make money, but not really. It would just barely, it would be a little better than break even, I think. I saw that 9.5 Tyranitar. Can I trade towards it? Yeah, if you want to do a $35 worth of trade, we can do a trade for this Tyranitar. We can trade common hollows for it or whatever you don't like. I'm definitely open-minded to that. However, let me take care of this. We have a little bit of a wait time here. Let's find out who asked the oldest order real fast. Okay, because there's some orders that are getting a little older. So we have Tyler Ferbert. He's taking a spot in the Mickey Mouse break. Here you go, Tyler. If you want to sort through my stuff when you're not busy. Yes, Tyler Ferbert. I tell you what we should do. We should set this to the side for you so no one buys it. There we go. All right. Now, we'll put this into the back of the Mickey Mouse. So Mickey Mouse is kind of like a lightning break, in fact. He is the cheapest break on the table. He's not a Pokemon card, so I didn't bother putting him into the live customs, but I guess I could have. But, you know, these Mickey Mouse cards are a lot of fun. I'm trying to help you guys get 1 or 2 of them. We are. I'm actively buying these bubblegum cards. They're great. All right. So, that's done. And now we have an order from, it's a big order, Darwin Morales. Add to my store credit card. $350? Whoa! Is Tag going to raise prices? They might. They haven't today. Doo-doo-doo. Scooby-dooby-dooby-doo. All right, there we go. The card grading is so popular that even some coin grading companies are trying a 1 to 10 grading scale. Don't think it will work, but it may catch some traction. You never know. All right, this says Darwin Morales, 350 plus 150, which makes 200. Did I say 200? Sorry, I was actually thinking about getting you a fresh card here, so I was distracted. So it's 500. Multitasking. Not well suited for doing math in your head. All right, that is your total store credit, Mr. Darwin Morales, $500. You're saving up. It's kind of like a, it's almost like using Slab Away with no Slab Away fee. You can just save up money on a store credit card, and then when you see something you want, you just go ching right away. Here's Jaded Heisenberg, 1 spot in the Ancient Origins. Okay. All right, what do we got? Jaded. Heisenberg. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. We'll set this up here. For one pre-grade on the Slowpoke. Okay, let's get the pre-grade on the Slowpoke for Mr. Jaded. Bet you I put it against this, didn't I? No? Where'd I put it? Bet you it's this guy. No? Oh, Slowpoke. Here he is. All right, one Slowpoke pre-grade for Mr. Jaded. Ready? All right. So the centering does look decent, actually. I should say that. How does the front look on these cards, by the way? Front looks good. And then we're taking a look at it. It's so nice, except it has a white dot in one of the corners. So let's put it away. So now we know it's not going to grade 10. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. I'm going to zoom in. And there you have it. That is a 9. It's a good, strong 9, but it is a 9. There you have it. You know, when you see that, it makes you think, yo, maybe that Neo Destiny Gastly is the correct price. He looks expensive until you try to grade some stuff. Then you go, yo, that's difficult. It's like a jackpot when you pull a card that just turns into a straight up 10. Yep, here he is. This guy got a 10. No white dots on his corners. Hard to get that. How's Astral Radiance? Astral Radiance is 5 spots deep. It needs 8 more people. But you know, you should jump in early, not late. You know why? Because if you wait to the very last second, it never moves. Somebody has to push it to the end. So it's something to think about. If no one pushes it to the end, it'll never end. Everyone might have the same brilliant idea to wait till it's close. Hey, I should just wait till it's close. Miss Alicia Brown, 2 spots in Mickey Mouse. All right, Mickey Mouse getting a little bit of traction. I actually sent a whole bunch of my Mickey Mouse cards off to the PSA vault, and they're just in the PSA vault now. I didn't sell through my Mickey Mouse cards. Did you notice that? I didn't want to. I just like them too much, and I think that they're really fancy. And they don't really cost me much to hold on to. Did you? You know, if you ever think about that, you're not really losing anything when you're just holding them. All right. So that's going to be 1, 2, and 3. There's 4 spots left on Mickey Mouse. He's now the fastest moving break. All right. Mr. Burwar. What's up, Mr. Burwar? He says, 2 Metazoo Hello Kitty packs. Please ship hits with my graded card and Dunsparce. By the way, how long do you think it will take to grade the card? It could be a couple days. Yeah, it could be a couple days. You know, I kind of do advertise it as express grading, but there's no guarantee on the turnaround time on the grading, but we'll try to get it done fast. Let's see, some Hello Kitty mouse. Let me think. Miss Alexis shows up tomorrow, huh? So you're either going to get her tomorrow or you're going to get her Monday. Maybe we aim for Monday. All right. When I do the card grading, you got to fire up all the machines. Did you know that? There you go. There's like 3 different machines that make the encapsulation possible. You got to turn them all on, warm them up. You got to get the laptop running. There's a laptop that does the label design. And once it's all running, then you get to work. All right. Now, wait a second. I grabbed too many. Hey, wait a second. Let's take one of these Metazoos and put it in the Jumbo Pack Break for free. Now it's an even bigger Jumbo Pack Break. Hell yeah. All right. That Jumbo Pack Break's turning into a more profitable one than usual because it didn't move that fast. It didn't initially move that fast. There we go. The binder break's getting kind of fat too, actually. I don't know if you guys are paying attention to that one. All right. My Melody. Chibi Achi Yala Bopa. Okay. And Chibi Snipe. All right. How much is the jumbo pack break again? It's a whopping $40 buy-in with the 1 in 4 odds. So 3 people will get a common Pokemon card. 1 person will get the entire packet of boosters, which is what makes it exciting. We are. All right. Ooh. Lovely. We should be keeping count of how many jumbo pack breaks have actually gone off. How many think have gone off? 20, 30? We should just start out with a guess and then just keep tracking it. Ooh, look at that. Okay, Mr. Burwar. So you've got a bag, and it's that's over here. Mr. Burwar, feel free to add anything else you want to your bag. Okay. Thank you so much for that. Let me hit refresh on the website. Yo, my peeps, the Astral is a booster box break. Yes, sir, it's right over here. Let me show it to you. Astral Radiance, 40, 1 in 13 with the star spot. And so it's kind of risky, but 1 person takes the whole box for $40. So somebody walks away with this for $40, and then your odds are low of that. So it's a pretty painful break. 11 people are just going to miss. And, yep, that's the nature of a break. I always tell people it's for entertainment. Don't think of it as a way to make money, because that's the mistake. You're just doing it for fun. That's it. You're just having some fun, and you got to be responsible, and you don't want to wake up with a bunch of regrets. So just do what you can afford. If you want to have some fun tonight, be responsible. I always tell people that. Now, next up we have Mr. Nathan Norman. He says 2 spots in the AO pack split. Let's do your card grading now. All right, we're doing Nathan Norman, 20 cards graded. So, Nathan Norman. All right. And Nathan Norman. I think the first step will be deciding if you really have 20 cards worth doing pre-grades on, because we don't want to waste your money unless you got something good. So we'll take a look at what's worth grading. Mr. says, don't drink and poke. Well, you can drink and open Pokemon cards, but because some people can function really well when they're just having a nice drink. But you need to make sure that you buy your wife something nice for Valentine's Day, or girlfriend. You need to make sure you got all your bills paid. Make sure you have a retirement account. Get your dental stuff done if you need dental. Cards are fun and entertainment. All right, Mr. Nathan. Here's Luigi. We could grade the poker cards if you wish. So you ordered a whopping 20. You have plenty of cards in here. Some of them are quite good. Okay, I'd want to know that one, that one. I'd want to know probably this guy. I'd want to know the Electrode. I'd want to know this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. Wait, what was the, that's a Badoo. No, I don't care about the Badoo. Take the Badoo back. This guy, yes, the trainer. Yes, this English Yanma, Garchomp, Smeargle, Altaria, Charizard, Web Warriors, Larvesta. Oh my gosh, Gyarados. Yes, yes. All right, so the rest of these I'll set to the side. Okay, and let's see what that added up to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Wow, that was pretty good. That was exactly 20. Okay, so he's going to get his money's worth out now. We're starting with this Pikachu. Gosh, he's such a good card. But as you can see at the bottom, he's going to be off-center, and he's going to earn himself an 8 for that off-centering. All right, Pikachu 8. Very good. I drew it on his tummy. That's so cute. Look at that little 8 on his tummy. Holy cow. Stop posting links. Sent in my first sell order. Nice, dude. All right, so we can put you in the ZELLE giveaway too. Ooh. This card is so damn close. He has a white dot on the top and the white dot on the bottom, but not in the usual places. So here we, oops. Now remember, you can save this and rewatch it later. But right there, that's going to get you a 9 for the edges failing. Right there. Okay, so if it was just 1 dot, maybe I would take the risk, but it's 2 dots. 2 dots on this Machamp. 9. I've seen companies let a card with the dot pass, not 2 dots. All right, so this is Chinese Gengar. He looks great on the front. Check the back. Oh, aren't these easy to grade? The contrast makes it, oh, never mind. All right, let's get a zoom on this card. That card has damage on the surface for some reason. Look at that. That is surface damage. Also, this edge isn't very good either. Look at that edge. So, your once upon a time nice-looking Gengar is actually going to also be a 9. Now, this Gyarados is actually so good, it doesn't really matter what grade letter he gets. He's always going to be worth grading. Just a matter of when you want to grade him. If you see a card you want to trade for this, I would be happy to trade a much larger card for this Gyarados because I'll grade him, even though he's probably going to get a 9 or worse. So the first problem is the most obvious problem. Take a look at the top to bottom centering. That is worse than 45-55. So just by eyeballing this, we know he's a 9. Now on the back of the card, because we want to assess this fairly, so I'm offering to, I want to know what it's going to grade. So as you can see, here we have a clear white dot. And this corner's looking good. This corner's looking good. And that corner could be slightly better. Do you see how it has like almost a hair on it right at the end? All right. So there you have it. We can also look for other issues on the card, like print lines or, a surface flaw. Okay, luckily no print lines on the back. Ooh, so here we go. The back reveals more problems. So here you can see multiple issues with the edge of the card. This card I'm betting is going to get an 8. All right, so that's a 8 Gyarados. Would I still grade it? I probably would. Okay. I'm a Gyarados fan. So if you don't grade it and you don't want it, let me know. We'll work something out. All right. Now, this is Larvesta. So this corner is too thin on the right. Let's flip them around. Here you can see it played out even better. Do you see that? Pretty clear. So this guy's just going to fail on centering. He could be worse than a 9, but he's at least a 9. Web Warriors. So this is 20 pre-grades, everybody. Now he will avoid wasting money sending the cards off that would just get 9s. Because once you get that 9, it's like a curse. You have to now sell the card, and it's hard to sell as a 9 because not everyone buys 9s, especially for certain card types. So there is an additional flaw. There's a print line right here. It's like a little dash. So you're going to have a white dot up here and a surface flaw here. It's crazy. I'm not even using magnification or strong lighting. I can just see these things with my bare eyes. There we are. We used to do this for Cardconomist grading. We used to use a setup for grading the cards, and I don't even need that. I can just see this now. We got an issue on this corner too. So this corner has a white dot. So this card shall be also an 8. Okay, 8 on Web Warriors. Here's Altaria. All right, Altaria, lovely. Wow, centering looks pretty strong, actually, just to start out. Good centering. Let's check the back. So the problem is very subtle white dots on the corners, but they might be subtle enough to get away with the 10. All right. All 4 corners have it. I don't think I would risk it. I would call this one a 9.5, but there's 1 white dot, 2, 3, and yeah, that one's pretty subtle. That's the kind of white dot that you get away with. But if the other corners didn't also have problems, then I would probably send it off. But so for this one, it will get a 9. I call it a 9.5. This is a borderline card. You might get lucky. I'm not giving it a 9.5 plus. I'm giving it a 9.5. Okay. Flipping this around. Send in some orders if you guys would like to have some action tonight. If you want to have some fun. It's Thursday night. And we're working on some pre-grades here. The line's not very long. Wow, the back of this card's nice and clean. Other than it's got some sort of weird, almost like, watch this. What's that all about? Almost looks like it's been wet before, but we didn't get it wet. Weird. I wonder if they care about that. See, that's something I don't know. Oh, so that's actually on the card. I thought it was on the sleeve. Yeah, black ink right there. All right. And that'll be some sort of manufacturing issue. Darn, he's otherwise so nice. I'm going to hand this one also a 9.5. I think there's a chance, but I'm not sure. Probably not. That'll probably fail you right there. So that's 9.5. Okay, here we've got Smeargle. The centering's no good. Top to bottom is thin on the bottom, heavy on the top. Let's check the back. Big white dot back there. All right, Smeargle's out. Such a cool card, too. Who drew this? Yukiko? All right, that's a fun illustration. Here's Yanma, English. So this guy, watch this guy magically turn into a 10, everyone. You know why? Because he's the one we don't care about. No, he's not. Even Yanma's not going to pass. I saw an issue straight away. Bottom corner is white light dot, very small white dot. But he has a problem in the upper edge. That problem right there will stop it from passing as a 10. It should be detected and not pass. Maybe you get lucky, PSA doesn't detect it. But then you got the little half dot on the back. Garchomp. Come on, Garchomp. We need a win already. Oh, he might be the win. The centering suggests that you should not send this one to Tag. Tag is unforgiving on back centering. We suspect PSA is more forgiving. All right, so we can see off centering top to bottom on the front, though. So top to bottom, we can see that the gray is actually quite a bit fatter here. It can be harder to see with these little lines in it because, yeah, it's too off center. So this card fails 45-55 centering on the front. Sometimes only the back is off center. Here is the trainer card. Let's see. Come on, trainer card. Oh, yeah, that's smooth. Look at that, man. They'll detect it. Yeah, they're getting pretty good these days. All right, you got your first 10. And again, it's the card you don't want. It's always the card you don't want gets a 10. That is just going to get a straight up 10 from me. I didn't see any flaws. There you go. Okay, looking at it more carefully for Black Label, you're going to fail centering on the bottom here, slightly thinner than the top. Not enough to lose a PSA 10, but that's enough to lose a BGS 10. There you have it. So this will go to PSA or Tag if you want to try Tag, but it is, because Tag does allow 45-55, but BGS, it needs to be perfect to get that pristine or Black Label. What do we have here? Okay, let's see. There's a slight smudge right there. The upper edge is not perfect, but, you know, a lot of the Japanese cards are like that. All right. This will get a 9.5 plus, the Somersault Drive. Let me get that music playing again. Click. What? I don't want to listen to this. How do I go back to the thing I was listening to? It says this content isn't available right now. Try again later. Oh, I had to hit refresh. Weird. This will get a 9.5 plus. I'm pretty sure it will get a 10, but that edge makes me a little uncomfortable. The smudge. I've seen those smudges, and they don't always cause it to lose a 10. See, I do this for myself a lot, and I learn over time what gets by. See, if we look, there's imperfections on the surface here. So right here, we see an imperfection, and then there's another one right here. Do you see that smudge? So this will not get a Black Label with BGS. Here's a dot on this side. So a dot. So you may have a card, and oh, it's a Japanese card. It's a really clean one. And you're like, oh, I should send this to BGS for Black Label. But you're really just wasting your time because BGS is so picky that they'll say, nah, that's a 9. They'll say that Surface gets a 9. All right. But you know what? This card's getting a 10 with TCC. This is a Gem 10. All right. I recommend PSA or Tag grading for this one. Either company will work. All right. He's almost done, guys, and then we can move on to the next order. We got 5 cards left. Let's speed it up a little bit. We got to finish up here, okay? So how we do it, and this one's a really good one. We don't want to go too fast on this one. Once again, there is an imperfection on this card. Not black label material. Yeah, so this is, it's a nice card, but it is not black label, so don't bother with that. And no big problems on the front. I'm giving this one a solid 10. So Gengar should be sent to PSA or tag grading. Electrode. Centering on the bottom is off too much. That fails 45-55. Horrible. Right here, right here, right here. This guy down here, this edge is looking terrible. You got like a ragged edge. He is getting an 8. Could be a 7. Here's Meowth. All right. How do you guys like this? Do you feel like this is educational? This is a big pre-grade. Ooh, this is a big pre-grade order. Almost perfect. I don't like this right here. If we zoom in. Right there. It's right here. I believe this is the kind of thing that fails a black label. So black label has to be explainable. So I believe that's going to fail black label. And then the front looks just really clean. Except for this smudge right here. There it is. So right here. You see it? So we have some surface imperfections. All right. All right. The centering is great, though. So I'm going to mark this one as a 10 as well. So this one gets a 10 with PSA and tag. I would not bother with BGS. Now we have Relicanth. Yeah, he's got bad off-centering on the back. And then he's got a miniature dot right there. Sadly, he's going to get a 9. I would say if it was only the off-centering or only the dot, we would try it. Here is the Vulpix. You can see top to bottom's pretty bad. Vulpix gets an 8. Top to bottom off-centering. And now we have a Venusaur. So Venusaur is very fat on the bottom. Let's turn it around. Boy, he's got incorrect corners, and he got some serious white dots down there. Venusaur is going to get an 8. Let's put it in his mouth like he's eating it. All right, there we go. So now you have your pre-grades. Let's go over them. 8, 8, 9, a little 10, 8, a nice little 10. Your Gengar, he's ranking 10. Mr. Mime is a 10, 9.5 plus. That's a 10 on your trainer card. 9, 9, 9, 9.5, 9.5. Not 9.5 plus, just 9.5. 8, 9, 8, 9, 9, 8. There you go. That's a thorough pre-grade for all 20 cards. These are the ones I'd be looking at grading if I was going to do grading. Definitely you don't want to skip the Gengar. I wouldn't skip the Mr. Mime or the Meowth. I would probably pass on the Hawlucha, to tell you the truth. I just don't think Hawlucha sells. And then, you know, if it grades 10, it grades 10. Could be a flip. And this card, you can still grade it. It's still valuable as an 8. Just up to you. All right. That was a lot of fun. Thank you so much, Nathan Norman. You can see why we have to charge money for pre-grades, because they actually take an enormous amount of time to do them well. We are. All right. Sunstream 999. Thank you. Don't forget to clip this timestamp. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself a link and tell you when it starts or when it ends or whatever. And then you can go back and rewatch that over and over again. Okay, Nathan? So it's like you bought a piece of content from me. And you can look at that over and over again. And if you find other things you want to grade, we can check that too. All right. 999. Oops. What is going on over here? Wait a second here. What's this? This is Nicholas Lloyd. Let's try this real fast. Oh, the box is just skinny. It's that top loader, dude. The top loader doesn't fit in that box super well. All right. If a card is clean but off-center, will it always be 9 or worse? Yeah, pretty much. In fact, it can be 8 just from the off-centering. It can be 7 as well from off-centering. So all those numbers are possible. Next up, we've got an order from Mr. Chad. He says he'll take $150. What can I do for you, Mr. Chad? If a card is clean, do you ever wonder with modern cards if they intentionally do poor quality printing because they know your card is going to grade? No. No, because when you look at modern Korean cards, they're insanely good. They grade 10 very easily, which just tells me Korea has a very good system of card printing that produces high-quality cards, and America has a very low-quality system that maybe gets them printed fast, but it doesn't print high quality. It's Mr. Chad's turn. What can I help you with, Mr. Chad? Who remembers what Chad got? Here we go. Oh, we better plug that iPad in. You know, the iPad only lasts for a second these days. Hold on, let me plug it in. Plug it in, plug it in. There it goes. Boop. Wait, is this working? Oh, there it goes. Feel like if a card gets a 7 just because of centering, you will get an OC or air slab. That's not correct. You will only get the off-center card if your card has something on it called the guiding dot. So Pokemon cards, they have these dots on them that help them line them up for cutting. And if that guiding dot shows up on the card, then it's supposed to get the OC grade. But if your card is just sadly misfigured through off-centering, it can get up to a 7 in offset, or being poorly centered. So there's a difference between poorly centered and officially off-centered, and the guiding dot's required for that. Let's see, guys. Let's finish the Mickey Mouse slab tonight. That's what made me think that way because Korean cards are printed so well. Yeah, precisely. All right, Mr. Chad, we're ready for you. But while you're thinking about what you want, let me go ahead and move on to the next order. We have an order from Bill Barron. 2 spots in the Mega Sub list. Bill Barron's just going to buy out the whole Mega Nidoking. So here we go, Mr. Bill. There we go. Number 1 and 2. So he started the new list. He's got spots 1 and 2 for the Mega Nidoking. He actually bought out 5 spots last time, but he won. So it's like he got a spot for half off. Pretty cool. Pretty interesting. There we go. Let's go ahead and grab the giveaway booster pack and add somebody onto it. Have you guys been typing this in? It says Ailman, A-L-E-M-A-N. I know that's hard to read, but it says Ailman. All right. He donated this pack as a giveaway. Mr. Russ is going on. Here you go, Mr. Russ. Mr. Russ. Mr. Russ, your name is always confusing to remember when it comes to your real name because Russ is a real name. It is. It's like if my real name was Derek, but then my YouTube name was Tim. Here's Tyler. TSL. And Dirty Joe. Here you go, Dirty Joe. All right. You know, we ought to have a drawing day where I sit down and draw a card live for you guys. Wouldn't that be funny if we did that? All right. Now we're jumping over here to the website. Ooh. We'll hit refresh. Okay, and now we have Mr. Nathan Norman. Oh, wait, we already did that one. Okay. It looks like we have an order from Mark Potts. He says, 1 Japanese Rocket, 1 Symphonia, 1 T-Fest. Tyranitar Festival. You got it. 1 Tyranitar Festival. Boop. Now, yeah, that looks right. I was going to ask, is the T-Fest Korean? You got to check because it has the same name in Korean. There we go. So that's that. And Rocket is right here. Nice. All right, lovely. We hold a lot of different packs on our menu, a big variety. Oh, that's another thing. Mr. Chad needs to go on here, doesn't he? So this is the ZELLE giveaway. You get on here if you make a purchase using ZELLE rather than any other method. We like ZELLE because there's no transfer fees. It's a bank-to-bank transfer is what it ultimately is. And it saves us a little bit of money, and that results in a giveaway slab. All right. Ooh, Canada. Ooh, Canada. Oh, Canada. Blah, 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 blah. I'm getting all patriotic. Poor Canada. They lost curling in the Olympics. Not curling. What do we got here? Cold. It's kind of funny, though, the idea of it, right? Because, oh, look at that rare candy popping out from the Mega Slimp. Canada and the United States are pretty much the exact same people. That's what's so funny. It's not like we're not that distinctive from each other. You know, British, French, colonists coming over. We are European settlers coming on over. People migrating back and forth over the border. Same language. I mean, it is kind of just an arbitrary line cutting our continent in half. And then we act like we're way different from each other. It's like, bro, we're like 99% the same. We're hardly different. Mr. Mark Potts. Okay, Mark. We share the same family heritage. I mean, literally the same bloodlines. We just landed on two different sides of a line, and that's it. It's like North and South Korea. Here's Mark Potts. Oh, yeah. Look at this, Mr. Mark. Oh. Venusaur. Absol. Ooh. Ooh. Snow Mexicans. What? Okay. Funny thing is, Australia has a similar history, too. Yeah, well, Australia, it's largely from the UK. Here it is. So, Chad, we got your money, but we didn't get his order because I don't know what he wants. I'll place his card in here with Mr. Darwin Morales. All right. Let's take a minute and reprice some cards. So, Pachirisu needs a reprice. This guy's been repriced. This Psyduck needs a reprice. What else needs a reprice? This Lapras needs a reprice. She's okay. I had to take her back today to the vet and then to the ER to get x-rays and blood work done. She was having problems breathing, but her lungs are fine. It's just a bad case of upper respiration. Respiratory. What? I thought you told me you were having a cat funeral this weekend. That's what you said. You are. You said, you know what? I gotta let her go. Pichirisu. All right, let's see. She's living? Let's see. I don't think I can find this one. Can I find a sold one? It's probably just not graded that often. I think she might be the chosen one. Lisa Nagaib. All right. I don't see him at all. Do we have like Pachirisu Diamond maybe? What if I looked up Diamond Pearl Pachirisu? Not really. I mean, here's a Pachirisu for $80. But that's from 2024. That doesn't count. Wow, there's not a lot of Pachirisus. Here's a Sun and Moon Pachirisu for $200. So we're going to stick to the $75, and actually that could be underpriced. And then we're going to try out this Psyduck, Old Maid Psyduck. All right. We want the cheapest Psyduck. Why is this breaking, bro? All right. Everyone said how well behaved she was. She's so behaved. So the cheapest Psyduck is from the Netherlands, and he's like $60. The cheapest one, there is none in the United States. What's the last sold on this item? This item last sold for This card last sold for $50 in the United States, and then there's no more for sale in the United States. So $30 is underpriced. Wow, old maid, popular. Well, I mean, it was too cheap. That was the problem. It was too cheap. The cost of grading alone and the odds of getting a 10 being so severe, you know? So last sold at 50. Cheapest buy now is like 60-something dollars in the Netherlands. I'm going to go with 55. You get an upgrade. We're going to leave Pachirisu at 75. Again, he's a Diamond Pearl Pachirisu in Japanese. Pretty cool. And then Lapras. Pokemon Go Lapras. Oh, wait a second. I think I had a setting on that made me only see worldwide. Oh, no, it's still the same. Still the same outcome. All right, so let's go ahead and see this Lapras. PSA 10, PSA 19, Pokemon Go Lapras. Pokemon Go to the polls. I'm ready to buy out all the Digletts. Come on, bro. Here we are. Looks like the cheapest Lapras is now $50. I'm going to keep ours at $45. So we have a lower price than eBay by $5, and there's no additional taxes to pay because I pay them. So that is a good deal. All right. So this has all been worked out. That's nice. Oh, yeah. I believe it was Mr. Shahir who wanted to trade. Are you here, Mr. Shahir? We've got an opening to trade, I think, now. Can you get from my bags to use in a trade break? Yes. You got some crazy bags, bro. So you went into the trade break. Here's binder break number 4. Just depends on what you want to give up out of here. So here's some hollows. Here's some EXs. Here's a trainer card. Just depends on what you want to give up. Don't suppose you want this bulk. That's just bulk. Here's a Master Ball Lycanroc, but I don't know if you want them. That's XY. You can't give that up. That's just a hollow energy card. You can't give up that Pikachu. He's too nice. Some more stuff. So obviously all the filler can come out. I don't know if you want this Korean card. I don't even want it. You're not going to get like a deal on it. It is Executor, Charmander, Blissey. Here's a Flareon, Murkrow. Doo-doo-ba-doop-doop-doop-doop-doo. You don't want to give this guy up. I'm not offering anything for the Korean hollows. They're just not good enough. You probably want to keep the Dialga. These are really nice. I don't know if you want to give those up. They're not exactly junk. So there was a couple cards in here that didn't have much value. Was literally about to ask. So we'll take care of you next. So here's what we have. Feels like it needs something else to it. I would not buy this for $5. Oh, sorry about that. Tipping that over. Feels like it needs something else to it. What would I spend $5 on? Well, maybe these guys. I don't know. Like, here, let's get rid of that guy. You keep the Master Ball. I think the Master Balls are cool, actually. You keep the Pikachu. I don't want this. I don't know if you want all the poker cards ever. Is there anything in here that you certainly don't value? You know, like you look at it and you say, nah, like here's Vincent. You want to give up Vincent? I don't know if you do Final Fantasy. Maybe you don't do it. All right, how about that? I think the only hollow of note in my back would be the Pokeball Rayquaza from Ascended Heroes. Okay, so you would like to keep your Ascended Heroes. All right, there you go. Mostly junk, filler stuff, and then there's a Vincent card in there. And there you have it. Let me know if that's okay with you, or if you really like the Vincent card or something. Here we are. All right, that's a Final Fantasy Vincent promo. I like the stickers. Ooh, the stickers, huh? Look at that Psyduck drawing. Isn't he cute? God, he's cute. No, mister, that's not me that said that. Anything Korean? So the Korean won't really trade for anything. I mean, maybe a few pennies. They're too. You'd be good to take everything else from Ascended. Okay, so Ascended. So there's an offer on that. And then, Mr. Shahir, you got a lot of stuff. In fact, you do. Now, you're looking to make a trade on a whole slab, actually. Take it, mister. All right, you got it. So we'll take this, and it should go into kind of like a trade bag, but I don't think I have one laying around, so I'll put it into this, I guess. The funny thing is, you might see that ending up in the binder break a second time. Now you have $5, so you just sold that for $5. All right, and that's going into the trade slab. There you go. Thank you very much. There's 2 spots left in there. It's a lovely Iona, graded probably too harsh by tag. So Shahir, let's see what you got right here. You've got a lot of hollows. So that is prismatic hollows. All right. Scooby dooby dooby dooby, Scooby dooby dooby. That's music. Ah, okay, so you got your hits. These are actual hits. They're sleeved. All right, so you have more hollows here. Tyranitar's cool. We have some more hollows. These were some of these nice free ones I gave you. Volcarona's cool. End's pretty cool. All right. Now, what you could actually do, you could also trade away like Pokeballs you don't want. Like, see this Dun Sparse? He's tradable. Iron Thorns is tradable. Even these terrible trainers, which we all know are not truly hits, but really just hit fillers. They're all tradable. Basically, anything you don't want. And the more valuable it is, the better your trade is, okay? So, but what we're doing at first, we're just getting all your hollows together, because hollows are certainly worth something. Not as much. They're worth the stuff in blocks, though. That's LaFlame. That's LaFlame. What how LaFlame's doing? All right, now you got a Shahir box way over here. Woo! That's hard to reach. These appear to all be hollows. You got some yellow stuff, probably Evolving Skies, right? And then these are all hollows. Holy dude. And then this appears to be a hits bag. So you have tons of hollows to get rid of. All right. What is this? So this appears to be hollows. Okay, those are also hollows. So you do not want to give up any Rayquazas. Is that right? From your Ascended heroes. Okay, no Rayquaza in there. And Dreepy, all right. I don't know why those got sleeves. Probably because I was just being lazy. And just got done farming Gogmazios in Monster Hunter Wilds. Nice, dude. Dragonair. How good is the centering on these? That's actually thin on the bottom. It's also got this ding on the top. Wondering what the batch looks like. You know, it's a batch. Do you like this bulk Pikachu? He's actually bulk. The truth is, if he's in the set, there's a reverse hollow version of him. So I just kind of toss him in there to be nice, but no one's really going to do much with him. If there's a reverse hollow version, people are going to want the reverse hollow version. And so this will create a redundancy where people are not interested in the non-hollow version. Okay. It's looking like we successfully removed your Rayquazas already. So these do not have Rayquazas in them. Rayquazas. Dooby-doo. All right, no Rayquazas at all in there. You've already had them removed. That makes a lot of sense. So I'm going to make an offer now. I like the Ascended Heroes Hollows. I think over time, there's going to be a lot of them. It's going to be a really popular set, and people are going to open tons of this product. So that's my perception on it, because the set is so popular. It's not like it's an unpopular set with like 1 or 2 good hollows in it that I would struggle to obtain otherwise. I suspect there's going to be a lot of these to trade in the very near future. So I'm thinking that'll pay for half the slab, and then maybe just 1 more bag of this. I'm trying to be nice to you, actually, because I saw you had a pretty rough round. How about these 3 bags right here of hollows, which to me is actually worth probably about 15 bucks. And then we do that for Clayburst Tyranitar. How does that sound? Currently in HR 706. All right. Just the Pokeball one, the regular reverse hollows you can take. Here we are. Isn't there a new set coming out that has Rayquaza in it? Thanks for the generosity. No problem. All right. So this is Clayburst Tyranitar. All right. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and bag you these. Now, you've got all these cards, and the nicer cards that are like Pokeballs, like Slowking, can actually trade for quite a lot more than those hollows do. Mr. S says, I'll pay $20 for Charmander. You can probably buy that Charmander off eBay right now for like $2, dude. There you are. $2, maybe $1. I guarantee you he's for sale on eBay. There you go. I really do appreciate all the freebies. If you want to donate $20 to Shahir, I'll go grab the Charmander and give it to you for free. How does that sound? But if I were you, I'd just go buy one. They're very cheap. Or better yet, just open up some Ascended Heroes. You'll run into one. He'll be pulled lots of times, I promise. So here's Shahir. All right. Lovely. I think it's Ascended Hero set. No, 20 for all the cards you just bought. Send the Charmander to PSA. 20? Damn, bro. I gave him 35. We are. All right. So I think I offered him too much. Whew. Let's move this. Now, I'm playing with Twas by Design, the best Monster Hunter player in the UK. And I was playing with Twas by Design, the best Monster Hunter player in the UK. Oh, that's so cool, man. That's always fun when you get to play with like a video game celebrity type, somebody who's really skilled. I got to do that back in the day. I met a lot of people who are really good at the game, speedrunners, and I got to play with them and talk with them. It's really fun when you have like a strong video gaming community. It's really fun. All right, so let's see, Mr. Jaded Heisenberg. 2 Fujibunko Volume 1. You got it. Let's see. Fuji 1. Do we have Fuji 1? Where's Fuji 1? Maybe in here. Fuji 1. So Mr. Jaded is opening up some Fuji. Oh, here's some more of those Halo packs. Cool. So now I know where some Halo packs were. Let me put these with the other Halo packs, because they're really not supposed to be in there. All right, very nice. It's fine. I'll get over it. I'm not even supposed to let you outbid me or anything in a trade, dude. You trying to undermine my trade, bro? Wait a second. This isn't eBay. We're not on eBay. We are. Let's grab some of these. All right, very nice. Let's say I was offering $35 and you came in and said, I'll give you 40. That's not cool. All right. Very nice. You trying to ruin my trade? He even played Beat Monster Hunter World Iceborne while blindfolded, which is absolutely nuts. I always question that, though. I always wonder if they have like a trick for seeing through the blindfold. There we go. Mr. Jaded. I've seen gamers do that kind of stuff, and it always feels like they're probably got some system of actually seeing through. Let's see. Crazy deals on hollows. Not that crazy. Let's see. Aha, the helmet girl. All right, there you have it, Mr. Jaded. You don't know how many hollows are out there these days. So the product is just released, right? Ascended Heroes came out like less than a month ago. Give it a year later, because it's not going anywhere. The product's officially out. A year later, there will be so many of those hollows in existence that their true nature will be understood. They're not rare. They're like energy cards almost, but not quite. But it's the same concept. It's too much of a good thing. And they look really nice. Now, you know, maybe the Rayquazas will get graded. Maybe some of those Rayquazas get graded. Here it is. All right. But he kept the Rayquazas out of the deal, so he gets to keep those. All right. Mr. Jaded, he got the non-hollow booby grab. Read the whole message. All right. There we go. That's my favorite card. There we go. Very nice. Mr. Mark Potts, 2 more. Glory of Team Rocket. Doopy doopy. I love this music. This is for the commanding officer named Grit. And he's like this laid-back southern drawl kind of character. And his whole thing in the video game is that his long-range units get an extra point of range. And it just made him so ridiculously, like, annoying to fight. Because oh, what? Look at this. Whoa, Mr. Mark, the 2 best extra packs of your life. Look at that. He just snatched like $200 to $400 out of you. How much is this going for these days? It's got to be like 400, right? Look at that, Nidoking. Woo! Holy, man. I'll do a trade on that. Nobody wants to trade this one, sadly. They want to keep it. I'll actually keep that. There we go. I like that he's dark type too. Does anyone catch on to that? You got a nice dark type Tyranitar. That cool? Cold. All right. All swipe. That's for you, Mr. Mark, with an M. Wow. Glad I kept going, says Mr. Mark. That's how it is pretty often. Somebody does eventually pull something. It just takes a while. There's something in there. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I've been opening Mega Evolutions and Ascended Heroes most recently. Mega Evolutions. Yeah, that's a cool set, man. Mega Evolution. It's a good set. I think all this time later, all these years later, it's going to be a popular set. Here's Dark Raticate. I call it Dark Raticate. Team Rocket's Raticate. I am a big fan of the Team Rocket set. Here's Slitherwing. Here's Moltres. Here's Sierra. It's Sierra. What? Not Sierra. Oh, was that the one with the gold Dragonite? Was that the one with the gold Dragonite? Which one? The gold Dragonite. Ascended Heroes? Ascended Heroes has golden Dragonite, doesn't it? Nicholas Williams, he says, 1 DBZ manga, 1 DBZ manga 2. Okay, so you want one from each set. You got it. How about that wait time? Wait time real short right now, guys. Here we have it. And here we have this as well. Ooh. Jump in the Mickey Mouse break, boys. Yeah, so one of the popular breaks right now is actually Mickey Mouse, which is up to 3 out of 7. How cool is that? Okay. It hands out a partial star spot, by the way. If you didn't understand that, that's partial. It's $20. I should probably say that on that. You know, I said that when I created the break, but if you weren't there at the creation, so that means 1/2 of a star spot, because normally a star spot is 40. Ooh. What's the top card in the Poke Shuffles? There's a couple top cards. I'd be happy to show off the Poke Shuffles again. We just showed them off. They're really cool. Why did this, there it goes. All right, lovely. Got like stuck there. All right. Throwing that all away. Ooh, Dragon Ball. We got this guy. Okay, Guru and Mercenary 2. Ooh. I don't really know how to feel about the cards in this set. I don't know how to think of them. Like, are they bulk? I guess when the pack gets kind of expensive, maybe they're not bulk. I don't know. They're all holographic. I can't make up my mind on them. Now, these are much cheaper. But again, I imagine you'd like to keep them. So here's the Monkey Man. Ooh, ooh, ee. The Monkey Man. Vets are expensive. Uh-oh. Oops. Yeah. What are they charging you? 5 bazillion? Yeah, so we saved your cat. That'll be $600. It's going to be like 600. Tell me it's not higher than 600. Nicholas Williams. Where are we hiding you, Nicholas? I'm trying to remember. Nicholas Williams. Haha. Here we have you. Yeah, I mean, healthcare for humans is bad enough. Now you got to pay healthcare for an animal, and it's not even your, you know, you're not related to it. It's not really it's not truly your family. That's what's so interesting about owning a pet. We call a pet a part of the family, but no, they're not. You didn't give birth to them. Your baby mama didn't give birth to that cat. And so it's really tough, you know, because they end up being a huge liability later when you're fully attached to them and you're trying to save them from cat cancer or something like that. And they're like, yeah, that'll be $14,000. Whoa, Togepi Cleffa Igglybuff. Don't talk about my daughter like that. That's why I had to tell Karis. I was like, you didn't give birth to them. Here it is, Togepi. I learned all that from my dad. I was telling Mike said this. I learned all that from my dad many years ago. My dad grew up in the countryside in Kansas City. And his family was so poor that they lived off of the food that he caught that day. He would go fishing in the river, and he would catch animals, and they'd eat them. They'd just eat, like, you know, wild game, basically. And he had, like, dogs that would help him hunt. And he said at some point you get used to the dogs just die. You outlive them, number one, or they get injured, or they, you know, like some other animal hurts them, because they would be outdoor dogs, right? And you could tell the way he was about animals, like they were interchangeable. Like he never got attached to any of them. And I think it comes from that experience. Living in that sort of scenario teaches you those things. I think that's how humans generally felt about animals. Not all the time, but I think that they did. They didn't, you know, like Pookie wasn't literally your child. Pookie was just sort of like this accessory to the family. And nowadays they take such a significant position in our lives that we end up having to pay thousands of dollars to keep them alive from their inevitable doom. You can spend thousands of dollars extending their life, but they're going to die either way. I mean, they have to. You don't live. The cats only make it to like 12 or 14 years or something. And then that's assuming that they don't get hit by serious disease or have like a birth defect. You know, it's just part of life, I guess. It's really hard to accept. Here is Togepi. Liar, says Aevict. I hate you. Let's see. I repaired one of my cat's legs and it cost me $5K. Damn, bro. Paid $750 for a vet and the dog lived like another couple days. Sucks. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. You're just kind of delaying the inevitable at a very high cost. Let's see. 2002 Expedition Gastly for $1,200, pop 18. You could buy that. You could buy something else that's pop 18 that maybe costs only $400. You could buy 3 of those. Let's see. You'll never get Mister to see that perspective. Just because you didn't give birth to it doesn't mean they're not part of the family. That's exactly what it means. It means only that. It's like black and white. Those are some of my favorite colors, black and white. Yin and yang, 1 and 0, true and false. That's exactly what it means. You didn't give birth to it. It's not you. And so, you know, you can get all stinky about concepts and abstractions and stuff like that. You're not my sister. I'm not your brother. You know, it's just not the case. We're definitely not related to the cats. I mean, you can make some weird argument about, well, once upon a time in Africa, 12 billion years ago, we all came from the same genus of, you know, ape that stood on his hind legs or something like that. You know, you can make some argument like that if you wish. But no, you don't give birth to the cats. They're just not you. And it's fascinating because humans have this capacity to get attached to the animals. I understand this. It's part of our hardwiring. I think that hardwiring, though, is meant to do that with the baby, with the child. And so, but it actually spills over into other things that you're taking care of. So it's fascinating for me to, I'm very scientific if you ever really talk to me at length. I'm like an evil scientist, you know, like a doomsday device type. And so I like to think about those things, and maybe it gets very stinky talking about it all, but, you know, I think about it. Actually, I can't stop thinking about it. It's all I think about. How do we change humans? We're going to have to make some improvements. We are. How do we make humans perfect? And that, have you ever stopped and think about that? How do you make humans perfect? And what does that even mean if humans were perfect? What if we were perfect? What if we did everything we were supposed to do, had all the feelings we were supposed to have, all the problems were solved? What would we do? Would we be like robots doing our jobs correctly, going to bed at night at the correct time, eating our broccoli, not partying too hard, never did anything that was a sin? You know what I mean? What would that mean? Being perfect, would we be happiest? It's a really, really weird question because it gets very, very philosophical very fast. You know what I mean? Like, it turns out some of the things we enjoy the most, like gambling, maybe smoking some weed, drinking some alcohol, maybe having a cookie or a birthday cake. You don't need that. Some of the things we like the most are typically they're like, you know, they're like a vice. Isn't that fascinating? So it's like you work real hard so that you can have your vices in life. So it's very fascinating the way that works. So what does it mean to be perfect, and what would life be like? And what would be the goal of humanity if we were perfect? At that point, what would be the goal? It's actually really hard to say. Get you over to some religious ways of thinking. Like, what's the meaning of it all? Anyways, I think about those things in my free time. No, I think about those things even when I'm not free. I just sit there and think about it. It's like a puzzle you can't solve. All right. By that logic, mister, you and other men will never be family to children because you never gave birth to them. But we did. We contributed half of our DNA to the child. So that's what I mean by that. I don't just mean like it came out of my vagina or something. I meant, you know, DNA replication, which is really important. All right. It didn't come out of my vagina. Let's see. I'm going through it right now. I'm not going to lie. You're going through it. Tell me a little bit about it, Mr. Javier. What are you going through? I'm always smoking pokey pot. Yeah, right? Like a little vice, a little thing that helps you get by. Life's tough, man. It's got grief, drama, stress, anxiety. It's got pain. Like getting your teeth fixed at the dentist. That's painful, right? It's got pain. There's all these terrible things in life. And then the things that make you feel good always end up being bad for you. Like morphine, they give you morphine at the hospital if you're feeling real bad. But you can't just have access to morphine. It's super bad for you. You know, they're like, we can give you morphine right now because we're doing surgery. Or because you just woke up from surgery. No other reason. You can't have it the rest of your life. Look at that audit. She looks great. All right. My cat passed away yesterday. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. No, it's tough. I'm not completely robotic when it comes to like animals passing away. It is sad. Animals are nice because they don't judge. Actually, animals are nice because they don't think. You would think that you should only value like intelligence and thinking, but it's funny how in life, when it comes to being able to enjoy a relationship or like a connection, overthinking actually gets in the way somehow. Isn't that interesting? You overthink and it becomes a problem. And animals don't think, not like we do. They do a little bit of thinking, but so they're almost like Stockholm syndrome, and they're like, "Oh, I like you," and so you get that unconditional love from a pet, and it's it's like a living teddy bear in some sense. All right, this guy's going to be 55. All right, but eventually the animal dies, doesn't it? Yeah, it's maybe in a sense it's a good thing to have an animal in your life because it exposes you to grief before grandma or your parents die, and the very serious existential grief hits you. Let's see. It's like practice. There we go. I wouldn't deprive a kid of having a dog or a cat. That's no good. Here's Tentacruel. Ooh. God, he graded 7. That's no fun. Put the cards in the bag, mister. Put the card in the bag. Let me go ahead and flip this around. Put the cards in the existential bag. This got a 7? How? How is this a 7? That's such a severe grade. I'm not willing to try it out again. I feel like I should. I should send this to CGC. Off to CGC it goes. All right, let's go into CGC. And here we have this McDonald's Pikachu. So these guys are really fascinating because we're wondering if we're getting a McDonald's reprint in English. There it goes. All right, all right. Very good. Right now, these are cheap. They could flip. They could become very expensive. Whoa, these look cool, man. So we still got to price those up. We repriced this Regirock. He's now $55 from Glory of Team Rocket. So weird to just have one Reggie in the Glory of Team Rocket set of all things. All right. Here is, we're hitting refresh. For a 7, you would think that you would notice what's wrong right away. PSA grades on emotion. So there is an issue in the upper left-hand corner of it, except I've seen those exact, it's sort of like a printing issue that occurs with Topps cards. But the problem is I've seen those cards get 10s with the exact same issue. So this time they decided to hand out a very heavy-handed 7 on it. And I'd be curious to see what it grades with CGC, because I suspect CGC would rather give it a 9 for the exact same issue. And selling a 9 is a lot easier than selling a 7. I think that PSA grade's too harsh sometimes. Here's a Voltorb. I don't know why it would be such a very bad grade for such a small, slight issue. It's some sort of grading philosophy for them. And I don't agree with it. All right, so here's a Voltorb for $35. He got cheaper. So Voltorb is $35. And then he jumps up to $45. Ooh. I'd be interested in CGC grading. We can look into that. Okay, there it is. He might sell now, because he didn't sell last time. That's why he's a rotation card. Here's Mega Swampert. Now, this got a 9. Why did it get a 9? Probably off-centering. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. Just a little too off-center on the back. All right, that's okay. Let's look him up. PSA 9 Swampert Poker, we're going to start there. Nothing showed up. Let's say playing cards. Nothing showed up. So we have nothing to go off of. Based on my knowledge of the hobby, I feel like this could even sell for 75. I'm going to keep it at 65. He just got to stay the same. All right, how's the queue? I think the queue's clearing up. Here's Rayquaza. Let's look him up. Sent on the website. Sounds good. All right, we're going to say PSA 10. Rayquaza 100. Let's see. Oh, that's the Chinese version. Ooh, you got to be careful with that these days. Let's say Rayquaza All-Stars. So here's one for 70. Okay, here's one for 65. And that's what this one's based off of. It's going to be around that price, huh? Okay. So he is going to go up properly to 65. This card is correctly priced. It was actually priced just the other day. We already know it's 40. I don't know about that Sarah, though. This is pretty cool, huh? I could see a card like this going straight into the Poke Shuffles. Same with this McDonald's Pikachu. Don't you think he'd be a nice Poke Shuffle? Here's Mr. Nicholas Pacheco. He says, give Javier a free pack of Prismatic. Woo! Mr. Javier. All right. So people are empathizing with your loss or sympathizing, whatever the word is. And they have offered you a Prismatic pack to soothe your aching heart. Here it is. Good luck. All right. In honor of Javier's cat, may he or she rest in kitty peace, in kitty heaven. All right. You ready? One dun sparse. Aw. All right. Thank you so much for that. That's very kind. Umbreon incoming. That would have been insane. Here we are. I suppose it's possible, but highly unlikely. Now, that was from Nicholas Pacheco to Mr. Javier. From Nicholas Pacheco. All right. So you'll have to recall that he did this because he was being really nice. By the way, did Mr. Chad ever decide what he wanted to do with this $150? I forgot about this. All right. We had a lot of pets when I was a kid. Did you know that? Despite how many children we had in our family already, my mom and my dad just liked cats and dogs. I think my mom didn't like them as much as my dad, but my dad loved them. He'd had a ton of them all the time. We had multiple dogs over time. One time we went on a vacation and we came back and the dog was gone. Somebody had let the dog out. Both of our gates were open. So that was a really disturbing memory. Actually, it's funny. I was pretty young when that happened. We went to Florida for my dad's job. He did a lot of traveling for his job and he took us with him to Florida. And when we came back, both gates to our backyard were open. It was it was an outdoor dog, and they had let the dog go, huh? And my mom said she thought it was the neighbors who lived adjacent to us because they didn't like the dog because the dog would bark at them. So I wonder what had actually happened. It's odd that we're talking and I have that memory now. Yeah, we lost a dog that way. But we also had cats, of course, growing up. Cats. Okay, that's all done. Thank you for that. Who let the dogs out? You won that, Shahir. Hey, mister, I checked the package I got from you, and I think you might have shipped me an extra card. It was a Charizard 4 Clubs with the sticker that says Bounty, but I don't remember that being one. I don't know. I assume it's yours. Did it say Shahir on the back? I don't know. Boo-dee-boo-boo-boo-boo. Is it a nice card? Are you happy? I mean, if it's yours, it's yours. Let's see. There was a Charizard that was a bounty card. Well, yeah, I mean, if it says bounty on it. I did. What month was that? I remember getting the Lily in December, the Mario cards in January. Is Shahir winning the bounty over and over again? I mean, it makes sense if you're the one who's opening a lot of cards that you might get the bounty as a result because you have better odds for it. Yeah, I actually do not remember who won which bounty. Shahir, it's in the 2-2 bounty. You can see the Break History channel. There you have it. What? Okay, let me get some more slabs here. We're almost done with the Z slabs. There's some really nice ones. That Rayquaza is a nice one. He's from 2019. Okay, here's Slowpoke. Oh, Tyranitar. If you guys are looking for a break that's about to go off, we've got the Jumbo Pack Break with 2 spots left. 2 spots on the Jumbo Pack Break. What time is it? 7:29? Okay. So here is Starly. Ooh, look at that Starly. Very cute. Let's start checking his price. Is K3 Kami? I remember her from years back with that $17,000 card. Shahir drowning while we are all starving, suffering from success. We are. Let's say PSA 10, Starly. It definitely helps take the edge off of some cold rounds when you see that you've pulled the bounty. All right. Please open. Do I have to click it twice? There it goes. All right. There we go. So this is now a $50 card. I'll leave it at 48. 48's fine. Okay. Any gym breaks? You know, I have not been creating too many new gym breaks, but I believe there is one that is actually active. So that's one. Here it is. I forgot about this. The Snorlax has 1 person in it. All right, so these are the gym breaks, everybody. We got McDonald's Riolu. We've got Snorlax. And Mr. Nathan Gordon is waiting for that to come off, or to finish. K3 is the amazing artist. What? Okay, and here's Squirtle. Ooh. Those poker cards on 2-2 were the Mario ones. Let's see. So here's Tyranitar for $50, huh? God, Tyranitar is cool. Then it could be from December. There's no data on this card. I guess I'll toss this card up into the Waifu Shuffle, huh? I like this Tyranitar a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. It was the second bounty, number 2. You know, I don't think I always kept track of who won the bounty. Like, I don't think I wrote it down. 058, Tyranitar, T10, 50. There goes. December was Lily Solgaleo. This music hits. Put this over here. Okay. Very nice. Here's Sylveon 10, Cardconomist graded from Eevee Heroes. That might be underpriced. Sylveon 040. So it's not overpriced. The PSA 10 version is $45. Our version is $35. Let's show it off. Okay. I tell you what, we're trying to put a bounty together for this month. Let's make this a bounty card. I think this month's bounty shall be a group of cards. So I'll just give this card away. That'll be part of the bounty for this month. And then here is a Slowpoke 10. I've been watching your streams recently after a long break. Nice to see regulars still here. Hey, what's up, Harry Kennison? Nice to have you back, man. We've been busy, man. Busy bees. Old Maid. All right, so Slowpoke Old Maid. This card is now $45. It's gone up in price. Wow. A number of the Old Maid cards got expensive over time. There we go. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't fleecing Mr. Well, let me mention this to everyone listening in the audience today. It's very rare, but on an occasion, you might get misshipped a card. Again, it's extremely rare. Like, I don't think it's happened even once this year. I thought it happened with one guy, but what had happened was he had 2 bags, and the first package was his first bag, and the second bag was still over here. But so that wasn't a misshipment. It's just we forgot to get both bags into the package. And so misshipments are quite rare, but they do happen. And let's say you get shipped somebody's whole bag of cards and it's pretty valuable, or you get misshipped like a $500 slab or something like that, or maybe even a $10,000 slab. It doesn't matter. If you contact me to return it to me, you will be paid out the value of that item. So you'll get the value, $10,000, if you return that card to me. Now, the reason we want to do that is to help that person get their original cards back. We want to help them do that. And it helps us learn also what went wrong. So you teach us what went wrong. We know where, it helps with our investigation into what happened. So if you get a $500 card, this happened actually. It was a $500, I think it was like a Misdreavus or something like that. Sounds silly, right? But it was actually Rocket Returns Misdreavus. $500. That guy got paid the whole value of it. It wasn't his card. He returned it, and then he got cashed out. So we will pay you back if you will help us, okay? All right. And some people, we haven't really had that problem ever since Miss Alexis got the job. We had that problem a lot with John. John would do a couple of extra missed shipments compared to Alexis. And so she's been pretty good. She's been pretty good. Not a lot of missed shipments under Alexis. They're pretty rare. He is Araku. I'd return it for free. Yeah, I was going to say that. Some people, when I offer to buy it from them, they refuse. And they say, just let me return it. But, you know, even in that case, I still want you to have something, so we work out some kind of reward, and it's pretty hefty sometimes. But what I don't want you to do is feel like, oh, I got misshipped this $600 slab. I shouldn't tell anyone. I'll just keep it because I want the $600. Just tell me you'll get $600. And we'll say like, hey, thank you for helping us. You'll be like the good guy. You know what I'm saying? You'll be the good guy, and you'll get paid out. All right, so here is Raku. You'll sleep easier at night. All right, Raikou is 80. Okay. All right, so that's a Raikou for $80. Wow, that's really good, man. Doesn't that feel like that's definitely undervalued? I'm gonna save that one. I think I'll put that one up into the live customs. And then Suicune, same deal. Suicune, live customs. That is a live customs card if I saw one. Beautiful. Psyduck for 60. Was that the reprice? Yeah, that was the reprice. So I forgot to put the dots on it, but that is a reprice. And Slowpoke's a reprice. All right. Wow, yeah, so I really did win in November, December, and January, back to back. You've been a big customer, man. All right, we really appreciate it. And you're lucky we started those bounties because, you know, we used to not even do them. There used to be no bounty. All right. But I think that Charizard's a pretty good bounty, actually. Now we have an order from Mr. Nicholas Pacheco, and he says, Snorlax gym break. There it goes. The Snorlax gym break is over. All right. So this is always a bit of fun. The gym break is very simple. There's only 2 spots in the break. And what we really do is we play a Pokemon card game together to decide who walks away with the slab versus who walks away with just a common card. There it is. So they're both got N in the name. How fun is that? Nathan and Nicholas. Good luck, guys. The 3-peat is crazy. Ooh, baby, a triple. Those poker cards are probably undervalued, by the way. Those are really nice when you take a look at them. I just sold a poker card like them for $100, and it was not a Beckett Pristine. Thank God Mr. put in Bounty in the title. Ha, ha, ha. It would have been tough to find it. Oh, in the title of the stream, huh? Thank heavens. All right. There we go. So, here goes. Nathan Gordon. Oh, the olive tree. Oliviette. And Fuecoco's going to lose this round. First round goes to Nathan. Okay, round 2. Ooh, 60 HP Clam Pearl. That's pretty much a wipe. So the only way you win this round is if he also gets a 60 HP. It's possible. Nope, he gets 70. He beat him with 10 HP. It's tied now. Boy, those 60 HP cards are like instant loss cards. Here's 110, that's pretty weak. A lot of cards in this deck stronger than 110. Oh my gosh, he got computer search. That's all he needs is Spite Ops. That's it. It goes to you, Nicholas Pacheco. Congratulations. All right, cool. So, Tammy, I can do it or you can do it. We need to mark that this went off in the stream so that Nathan Gordon can find it. And it needs to either be a timestamp link or just like a timestamp in the text so that he knows what part of the stream to go to. All right, congratulations, Nathan Gordon, on your Pokemon energy card. We are. Oh my. Oh my. There we go. Do. Scooby-Dooby booty buzz. All right. We'll put this back over here. So that was cool. What other cards should we host a break on, I wonder? And you know, this trade slab's getting really close too. Look at this trade slab with 2 spots left. That's neat. All right. You know, we ought to have another trade slab. We ought to have a trade slab and call it like the high-end trade slab or something like that for people who only want to take a shot at an expensive slab. They don't want to take a shot at something cheap. Junk trade, and we can have 2 trade cards. The junk trade card and the luxury trade. What's the opposite of junk? I don't know. It's an interesting idea. He won because I wished him good luck and he didn't return the wish. Well, he's not here. He was in the daytime stream. Here's Lily's Determination. Ooh. Here's Umbreon. Oh, that's pretty cool. Scuba-dee-buzz. I'll keep him over here, actually. I like this guy. Skwovet Pristine. Oh, interesting. You know, I'm tempted to take these Pristine cards, right? And send them right off to Beckett to try and get a black label. Have you guys thought of that? So this card got a high 994 on it. Is it not worth it to try and regrade it with Beckett? I don't know. I'm actually scared to crack it out of there, though. So I'm pretty sure I could crack it out without touching or hurting the card, but I'm scared to crack it out of there. Can I buy a spot in the trade slot for $5? That's right. You can always do that. It's always possible to buy a spot in the trade slab for $5. Nothing stops you from doing that. If you don't want to trade cards in there and you just want to buy it, nobody cares. It keeps the slab moving, and we would just pick a new slab later. But you can trade as well. But maybe we should have like a prize trade slab. Well, what would be the right word? Chase trade? Value trade? Holy Grail trade? I don't know what to call it. One man's junk is another man's treasure. So I had to run, mister. Forgot about kids' baseball practice. I had sent in my order in Discord. Oh, okay. Give me a second. So, Mr. Chad. Doobie-doo. Where? Maybe in general chat? Maybe it was in general chat. Doobie-doo. Maybe it's this guy? Oh, okay, let me mark this unread. And then, let's see. AO pack break still needing to be filled. Yes, that's fresh. So I think there's 3 people in there. You have $150. If you'd like, you can just tell me right now what you would like. So we can service this now. I don't see the message. Oh, it's under message request, isn't it? Okay, there it is. I don't like that Discord does that. Discord makes it so that you have to, like, be my friend or something. All right, there we go. 1 AO break, 1 Naruto pack, and remainder to slab away. You got it. Cool. I think I do. Is ZELLE memo okay to use? Yes, it is. That's most, everyone just sends it in that way. They just tell you what they want from being able to send a message over ZELLE. There it is. So it works like PayPal and all those other systems. You can send a message. So this is going into the pack split, the new pack split, Ancient Origins. We got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Ooh, You found me. Yeah. Now you can send me a message anytime. There we go. We can discuss your opinion on things. We can have different political points of views, and we can get a big fight. I've had that happen a couple times in my career. All right, what we got? There we go. Oh. Do I get on the ZELLE giveaway? Yes, you do. I think we already did that, but let me double check. I think the ZELLE giveaway should go off this weekend, and we should start another one. There it is, your number 17. And get Mister to write essays to you. Now, I don't write essays because I'm like obsessed. I write essays because I always write that way, because I talk a lot. Wow, dude, look at that. 14 out of 25. I'm loving these Naruto cards. It's Naruto? Ooh, I'm too easy going for fights. You're probably right. Wow, this one's cut really well, too. You know, people were saying that they weren't sure if all, you know, like the cutting was bad on all the cards, but look at the edge on this one. It's much cleaner. So it is not the case that there's no chance for a 10 on these. It looks like you might have some that could actually grade 10. Okay. Now, I'm not saying this one will grade 10 for sure, but I'm saying we've seen some that had some questionable print quality, but this one appears to have good print quality. All right. So these are super popular. This is a top seller for us this week. Topps Naruto. Official Topps company and the Naruto brand. Shino. Here's Shino. Why does this card feel stuck to the... Oh, it's not. Gaara. Here's Gaara. Here's Kakashi. Here's Ebisu. Here's Kabuto. Here's Sakura. Yeah, he does, Tammy. And sometimes you don't even get an answer to your question. Oh, yeah, that's a problem, too, because I might get a lot of people talking to me. And so what happens is your message gets pushed down like in a matter of hours. Right now, I have a whole... Look, I'll show you. So right now, there's a whole line of people that are trying to contact me. See? And I just don't answer. So a lot of times, I don't answer. What I'll do is I'll go through a couple of the top ones, and that's it. So sometimes I just don't check because it's too much. There's always a message there, and I actually don't check all the time. But if somebody has an issue, they will be in that message box at the top, making sure that I pay attention. Here it is. Ooh. All right. So we're going to grab this. Yeah, it's very, very, very easy to send a message to me on Discord and then get pushed down right away. And if you remain down the list, my brain just assumes that means you didn't have anything very important going on. Somebody who says something like, hey, I'm missing a card, they'll get taken care of right away. All right, so the rest goes on to your slab away. Let's do the math here. So the Ancient Origin break is 24 plus 54 minus 150. So the remainder is $72. All right, now let's go see what you had in slab away. All right, you had $148. So we'll say plus 148. $76 remains. Ooh. Look at that. You almost got your first slab done. Now we can throw this away, and you're on that ZELLE giveaway. ZELLE's pretty easy to use. It's not very complicated. You basically just check if your bank allows it, and if your bank does support ZELLE, you hook up a connection between me and you using the information in our YouTube description. So my ZELLE information, it looks like it's just my email. So you use my ZELLE email to set up a connection between your bank and my bank, and then when you want to make an order, you'll use the ZELLE app, which might just be on your bank website. Maybe it's a separate app. I don't know, actually. So, but it allows the banks to get around PayPal. The banks don't actually like PayPal because the PayPal system doesn't only charge the merchant money, it charges the bank's money. How crazy is that? The banks lose a bunch of money all year long to PayPal. So they said, we need some way around this. So they built a bank-to-bank app called ZELLE, and they don't charge anything for it. All right. Looks like Tyler's putting an order together real fast. I tried to buy a spot in the trade slab, but the website keeps saying canceled purchase. Weird. On my side, it says pending payment. I've seen that before. Does anyone have advice for him on that? Pending payment? I think it's like waiting for you to finish the order, like to actually, like it might have it queued up, but not finished being paid. You saw there's, so Gabriel says, Mister just saw there's sketch and relic cards that come with manufactured clan symbol tokens in the card. Oh, cool, man. A foil Naruto 1 of 5 is $300 raw on eBay. Yeah, I love that. I just ordered more of those Topps Narutos to restock because we've already sold through like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 boxes. Of course, the boxes only come with 5 packs. And I'm tempted to open like maybe 1 box for myself, get them all graded up, and have a couple Naruto slabs up here on the table. You know, take my shot at trying to get some 10s maybe, but I don't know. The 1 of 1 tokens are asking for $1,000. Really? Wow, that's cool, man. I've never encountered that problem on the website. Maybe it's the payment method. Yeah, those Topps cards are cool, man. And I hope you guys get a 1 of 1. I'd like to clip it. I'd like to say we pulled something cool. And if you make a bunch of money in the process, that's really good. Here is Squirtle. Ooh, wow. This card should go to the Pricey Slabs channel. This is a Pricey Slab. He's really fancy. Okay, Squirtle. Poker cards are on the rise. I don't know if you guys have paid attention, but poker cards are doing very well. Frigate backs. Here's Paldean Whooper. Old Maid Pikachu, $45. I think that's a great price for any Pikachu graded 10. It's so low, I mean, you have to assume it eventually goes up when it's real old. Right now it's from 2019. So Slowpoke and Pikachu, the same price? That ain't right. See, I feel like that's probably going to change. Can I Cash App you it and put what I want in the note? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we take Cash App. You'll notice that you have 2 methods to buy stuff from me. You can either use the website or you can use something like Cash App and just directly buy what you want. If you look in the description, you'll see that we list the price of everything. It's the exact same menu. So let's head over to live. I'll show you guys a little bit about that. Let's see. How about the live we have right now? Can I see that? Here it is. We'll just click on that. It's loading, it's loading, it's loading. All right, so I'm heading into the description now. I'm going to click more to expand it. And here it is. So here's our description. And if you look, you're going to see, oops, you're going to see some, you know, like rules and how it works. Choose your items. You pay with your preferred method. Bulk is removed. Slab prices are on the camera or in Discord. And then here are some payment options. Web, PayPal, Zelle, Venmo, Cash App, Wise. Ask for a crypto address. We got USDC and Bitcoin up there. So you can pay with crypto if you wish. Shipping is explained. $9 USA flat rate. Let me try to keep that off the screen there. There we go. All right. So $9 USA flat rate. You pay when you're ready to ship. Cards are stored up to 1 year. And then international is more complicated. You got $20, $40, and $80 shipping. Phone number required. There's the buyer agreement. You should click on that and read it, by the way, everybody. Here's, you know, we should put that on the website, the buyer agreement. I didn't think of that. There's a buyer agreement. You guys need to read that. Here's the secret menu, so that has even more stuff on it. And then this is the main stuff. Look at this. Damn, it's huge. It just goes on and on. It's a lot of stuff. Social media links down here, Discord, Instagram, Facebook. Interesting, there's no TikTok there. Also, Slabaway is explained at the bottom. So there you have it, guys. You can always use that description to learn about the stream, to make a purchase, and to read that buyer's agreement. I realize the website should have the buyer's agreement. I'm going to go ahead and tell Karis that right now, actually. All right. Okay, the buyer's agreement needs to be added to the website. All right. God, dude, Karis is so sexy. Let me put this away. All right, Mr. Tyler, he says 1 spot in the trade slab. The trade slab has 1 spot remaining. Ooh. Ooh. Everything on the secret menu is on the website already. That's correct. So the secret menu is all the way on the website. We call it the secret menu on YouTube because, as it turns out, we can't fit everything into the YouTube description. It has a limit on the amount of text you can have. So there's officially 4 people in here, $5, and this goes off. Iota 9. I've never encountered that problem on the website. Okay, thank you, Tyler. Appreciate it. We're hitting refresh over here. It's 7:53. I think it's wrapping up time, guys. Tomorrow is Friday. I bet you this trade break goes off pretty fast. So tomorrow, the trade break. Tomorrow, the jumbo pack break is still at 2 spots. It has a high chance of going off. Oh, this is binder break 4. Wait a second. This is actually belonging to Edward. Here's the binder break. Binder break 5. It's getting pretty huge. It's getting pretty swole at this point. Almost time to break it into a second bag. All this could be yours for 40 bucks. Some pretty good hitters in there. From old vintage to, like, look at this. That's nice, isn't it? That was Ivysaur. This guy's nice. Yeah. This is real nice. All right. Some vintage, some Pokemon Go, some poker. Whether you're looking for something to grade or maybe just something to put into your collection ungraded. Some of this is worth grading. Some of it will not be worth grading. It's not a whole bag of 10s is what I'm saying, but I'm pretty sure some of these are 10s. Let's see. Ingrid Cold. Gastly, Charmander. Ooh, what if I created a binder break where I also pre-graded every single card in there? That'd be interesting. No, I feel like that's not a good system. If I were to do that, it's like making a promise that a card could grade 10. It's not a true 10. So we couldn't price it like it was worth a 10. But also, if I knew for sure that a card was a 10, I wouldn't want to sell it. I'd want to go grade it. So it's better for me not to know what's in here. It's better for you not to know either, because you will think that you're owed a 10, and then it might come back 9. So that's not a good way to decide the value of it. Here we are. All right. It's 8 o'clock. That's right. I had a great time with you guys. 8 o'clock's as late as I'm willing to go. I'm hopping off. I'll see you guys for the Friday stream. How about this boosty pack? Why don't we give this out? Where'd he go? For Mr. John Ailman, a gift. Thanks, John Ailman. So there's 5 spots left. Hold on, there's an order here. Gabriel Gallegos wants a Topps Naruto. Let's just get that real fast for our friend, Mr. Gabriel. Here you go, man. Appreciate it. If you guys got some friends you think would have fun in our little group, let them know what we do. We have a special group that's been running 7 years. I'd love to meet some new people, get to know you guys, share some stories, talk about life, and open some packs. All right, so here's Jirobo. So this pack looked like it's going to be a cold one. You know right away because there's no hit right in the front. Hiruzen, Seikon, Kiba. So not every pack is a hit. Might Guy, Neji. You know, it's crazy, though. Even these common cards, as long as you store them correctly, these are all gradable. So don't give up on these. You might be able to break even selling them properly, ungraded, or taking the time to grade the 10s and trying to flip those for a profit. That's Gabriel Gallegos. I don't let cards out of my booster packs from Topps. I don't let them go to waste. Pokemon Bulk's a different story. You know, Weiss Bulk, all that other stuff. But this is not the same. There you go. These are a premium quality product. All right. You got that Dark Gyarados. That's cool, man. We have a new pack split. It's the Ancient Origins pack split. Much cheaper than these other vintage sets we've been doing. $24. Now, Ailman. So, let's go ahead and refresh. This is Team Rocket Grunt. He made it on. 16 TRR. You know who I'm going to put on? I'm going to put Alexis on. We got to put her on sometime. She does our shipping. So we got to give her a chance to win. And then here's Cody Hodges. I'm always trying to get her to collect some cards, you know. When she started this job, she didn't really know anything about card grading. So I'm always trying to get her hooked on it a little bit. Here's Donnie V. And number 20 is Mike's Side. All right, Mike's Side's having a tough day. He had some tough luck with his cats at the vet. And now he's got a little vet bill. A little one, hopefully. And Mr. Javier, he had a tough day too, actually. He had a pet pass away. Sorry, Javier. This is landing on 6, though. All right, 6 is going to be John Reagan. Mr. John Reagan takes the pack. All right. Did John have me ship him? I think he ordered shipping. Yes, he is. Should I leave it sealed in his bag? He might like that. So I know we want to know what's in there. But I think it might be more exciting for him to get a random free pack in the mail that he wasn't expecting. You won the giveaway. He might not have been here to see that. All right, very nice. Very good. Booty, booty, booty buns. Booty, booty, booty stinkies. I'm hitting refresh over here as well. That's the end. All right, guys. What a great time. Tomorrow's Friday. We don't know what's coming in the mail. Maybe something nice. But why don't I just show those breaks off one last time so you remember about it. We got this beautiful Mickey Mouse. Psyduck. The manga break. The pack split. The heartbreak trade. The trade break. Lots of breaks. This channel does a lot of breaks. The new Lightning Gastly. And the Mega Break sublist has moved by 2 spots. He's one of the fastest moving breaks. I think he beats almost all of them. He moves much faster. Now, this Gastly over here is brand new. He's a 1 in 10 with a star spot. He's a really good card. He's definitely probably going to go up in price over time, if I had to bet. I mean, it's Neo Destiny Gastly first edition. Pop like 160 or something like that. It's not even common. It's actually quite rare to have that in a 10. So there you have it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I hope you all get big, fat paychecks. And if you're not getting one, I hope you apply for new jobs. It's important. All right? We're all about that on this channel. We're about personal success. I like to see you guys succeed. The size of your collection is kind of just a reflection of your income. You know, so you want the secret to a big collection? Get a good job. So if you're not working on that, go work on that. All right, thank you guys. Have a nice day. I'll see you tomorrow.